What's going on, everybody? Monster Man Vapes here with Dysfunctional family, and as you can see, we got an all-star cast here. So starting from the corner, we got the Salad, we got Wendy Vapes, we got TKAT, we got Senkai Vapor, we have Willow on the show finally, and down the bottom you see Mike TVA. He is currently got his camera off, don't know what he's doing, probably jerking off in the corner somewhere.
Hey, what I do on my own time is my business, sir.
I was gonna say he's probably getting yelled at by the old
I would have
lady.
turned the camera on for that. I would have Stone Cold turned the camera on for that one.
We will have another person on the show here in a little bit, Dankerson and his wife. So, but let's get this party started with what we are vaping on and what we are possibly drinking. So, the rule of the show is ladies first. So, TKAT or Wendy, one of you go.
I let Wendy go first.
Before age.
Go ahead.
No, Wendy, go for it.
What am I vaping? Well, I'm wicking up my profile RDA as we're doing this. And then I've got my Wendy Vapes mod here with my Aromomizer Plus here. And in here, this is my birthday
That's
present.
badass. I'm sorry.
I like that.
That's awesome. Badass.
Yeah, that's badass Wonder Woman.
Is it a
Yes.
Mad Modern?
No, this is by Big Mike's Box Mod.
Oh man, that's awesome work. Wow.
Yeah, he's the same one that made this one for me.
Damn. Killer work. That's awesome.
And then I have my secret panel that nobody knows about.
Oh,
I
that's
like that.
that is rad.
I like you even more now.
That's badass.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then of course I'm vaping on some. Well, in my squonk I have my royal cheesecake, and then in here I have my coquito that I just put back right here from the Batman line. And in here
As
we
well
have
as like,
my café con leche from the Batman line.
That's it. I got some of that. That's
And
fire.
in here, I forgot what I have. Oh, here I have another one from the Batman line.
is that the Unity?
Yeah, that's Profile Unity.
Otherwise known as Monster's enemy because he hates that damn tank.
That's he
Why
can't
does he
fucking
hate
build
it?
it. No, Monster, not Wendy. Monster hates it because he can't build on it to save his life.
It's just as easy as the profile. It's the only thing is the wicking is a little bit different than what I do on the profile. I have my own wicking methods for both, but I use actually cotton squares to wick this, and it works absolutely perfect.
Okay.
But I do the Scottish or Swedish roll.
Scottish roll.
I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Unity, and then in this one, what I do is I actually, instead of cutting the top, that's why it's fluffed up, I'm going to cut out the bottom, and then put it over, and it wicks better that way with the tofu cotton.
You do the Jared method.
Well, it was my method first. I have a video to prove it.
Salad, those be fighting words.
Dang. Don't be giving him
The
a
beard method was crying in your pillow every night. He knows I love him.
You know, we could grab him here very quickly.
Hey, you know what? Go right ahead. I'm all for it. He's used my scrotum like a fucking speed bag since I've known him.
So, TKAT, what do you got?
Well, not as many as her.
I do this all the time, and I still have setups like all through the house, depending on where I'm at, too. I'm really good.
I'm using my Snow Wolf and my Fire Loop, as usual. But this time I'm using my Night Salt Nicks. Yeah. It's a very, the Salt Nicks that can go in tanks.
That's
Nice.
awesome. I don't like. I don't know. I stay at 3 milligrams. I have yet to go any higher or lower. I'm perfectly fine with 3 for now. Never know.
So, Salad, you are up.
Currently, I'm on my Wotofo and the bowl spool. I've got 12 monkeys Harambe in it. I will be building my BTFC and my capo and another profile on my other capo in the process of all of this.
The BTFC is hot. That shit is awesome.
Yeah, I got it from Jared.
It's one of my favorite RDAs.
I gotta get one. Still ain't got one.
No, definitely. And it's great for squonking too.
Oh yeah. The capo is a squonk.
Mm-hmm.
St. Cali, your turn, brother.
I got shit everywhere. So, let's see, we're running the unicorn with some of that E&B, I think it's just lemon cupcake. And then the Juggernaut Mini on top of the detonator, and that's got some of Batman's, the guava one. The guava that I hate guava, and that one actually changed my mind. So I've actually got that guava 2 different devices. I liked it so much. We're using a Relo 3 with the Doom RTA. I've got some of the Cyanide Raspberry. What else? I do have a sub ohm because I almost never have sub ohms. So we're running the Falcon King on top of the Revenant, and that's got some what is this? Some of that glass from the Glass Fizzy Lemonade. The Centurion on top of the Wraith, and that's got some of the Pryonize Caramel Buttercream because I've been out of it for like weeks. I finally got some in, so I haven't put it down.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, and then
Fantastic.
my second Batman juice, I've got the Cañete de Queso and the Strife on top of the knife box. There's a top side with a profile. There's a squeezer with a drop with multitude of juices. We won't keep going because they're all going to sit here throughout the night.
You got that Mike Vapes buffet going.
They get that Mike Vapes buffet. Go ahead, empty your pockets out, and watch 18 pods fall out.
There's an IPV V3 around, mini V3 around here somewhere. I just don't know where I put it. That's the problem with small pods. I put them somewhere and then I can't find them.
You got 26 of them. You'll be in there.
Willow, you're up, man. What do you got?
First off, I'm rocking that American Chinese-made Immortal. We got the Siege with the stripes sitting on top. This one is holding some dead man's hand in it where it's at. I'm drifting up in there. I should be good for an hour. It's borderline. It's about ready to leave. Let's see. I got the Puma with the drop rocking the old school here. This has that Batman in it. I'm telling you, man. This one, the Cañete de Queso. I think I said that right. Maybe. Yeah. But it's fantastic. Thank God they put cream cheese, flaky pastry on the bottom of it for us gringos that don't know shit about Spanish. Going up with vaping. I got that limited edition. Jay Hayes, G-Class. We know how much Jay loves the G. No kidding. Actually, I'm rocking a sub-ohm on this, which is almost blasphemy to put it on this mod, but I'm a sub-ohm guy, man. I'm always going to have a sub-ohm tank of some sort with me. It is rocking some Cyclops, Artemis. I think that's really all I got. We got the Fatality, but it's in there on the other E, so I'm too lazy to go back in there. That's all I'm rocking right now.
All right, Mike.
Who cares?
Charles, remember, I will be up in KC next month to see you, buddy. Just saying.
Promises.
It's not a promise, it's a guarantee, sir. All right, I got my profile Unity on top of my Wallbox hammer, and I'm rocking the Tech Life Blue in that. Oh, Copper King with the Asgard 30mm on that, and I'm running that Tart Strawberry in that. Kennedy Vindicator, and I can't remember what the hell I'm running in this.
Nice.
Well, shit, that's got Tart Strawberry in it too.
You are a tart, so it's okay.
I'm gonna give you a big man hug and stroke your beard when I see you, buddy. I promise.
That's assuming I have it. But you can stroke something else.
No, I'll let Jared do that for yourself.
I want video footage of this.
I didn't hear it, actually. So my views will go through the roof. Maybe a double.
And last but not least, my Dreamer and Goon 1.5 combo, and I'm rocking the Air Factory Blue Raz Ice.
All right, my turn. Got a couple.
I'll save the best for last.
Got a couple going.
Save TKAT.
Got a couple going. I got the Lacimo F4 with the Strife 28 on top. And then I got the Monster mod, the Chroma Ride Box mod, DNA 250C with the 4S LiPo, rocking the VCM T2. I cannot say what the juice is, but it is a blue raspberry flavor. So that's all I'm going on today.
Is that the Fight Club juice?
We don't talk about Fight Club.
I know that.
You're talking about it. Shush it.
I just said I just asked. Oh, all right.
From now on, he is no longer Mike. He is Bob has bitch tits.
Hey, you got to pay me. You got to pay me to say that.
He is Headless Bob Stunt Double.
I'm so glad I crashed the stream. I love you.
Well, I tested the waters to see if Jay was in the crowd. He's not out there because he had talked mad shit for me making that yee joke, so he's clearly not in the chat at the moment.
Yeah, give him like 20 minutes. He'll be here.
Yeah, he'll be here. I thought the yee joke would get him to come out, but
He's
like Beetlejuice. You say his name about 3 times, he'll show up.
He don't come out until like later on.
Jay Hayes sees all, man. If it's alive, if it's in the vape community, he knows about it. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. He'll pop up.
But we got Dankerson on the panel finally. Danker, how you doing, brother?
Shit, I thought I'd go onto the radar.
No, we get a ding when people join.
So what are you
Hold on,
vaping on and what are you drinking, buddy?
Well, let's see. I'm drinking Monster and Crown, and I'm vaping on the last of my blueberry. I've officially gone through that entire 100 millimeter bottle.
On your
Oh,
profile
no.
Unity with the detonator?
No, with my jibby.
That thing needs to be retired.
Right.
Well,
The thing retires when it shits out on me.
Top
There you go.
secret blueberry juice. I think I know what it is. I got it. I got it figured out now.
it's probably called choking a Smurf, but
You know, that's funny you say something. I used to mix 2 different flavors from 2 different lines that I nicknamed Smurfette's Cherry.
No, this one actually.
As I look up in the corner and look at Wendy, she's like, what have I gotten myself into?
No, I'm good. Trust me, I can handle my own. Trust me.
I watch your shows, Wendy, so yeah, I know.
I can handle it.
Wendy, nothing will be directed at you from me. I'm a fan of yours. Salad and Monster, everything's directed at them.
Okay.
I feel bad for the bigger reviewer for that same reason. Every time we have a bigger reviewer on our show, it's like, yeah, they'll probably never be back. And I kind of feel bad for them because I'm thinking, you have so much more to lose than I do. I can talk about anything. You actually are a real channel with real sub counts. This could be detrimental to you.
So why don't we go ahead and say hello to some of the people that are in the chat currently. Going up the list here, we got Kevin K, Aloha Brother, Vapin' Joe M, Truckin' Vapes. We got Robert, I always butcher your name, Robert. Radgowski, I guess you can say. We got Manbug44, TKAT, Wendy, Juan True Texan, Gregory Turner, Donnie Walsh, and that's about it. Everyone's just kind of shit-talking to each other. So how y'all doing this evening?
Vapin' Joe,
But
what up, man?
it is Saturday evening, and I'd like to first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming on this panel and doing the show. I highly appreciate Wendy coming on, taking the time to have some fun with us, with the Dysfunctional family. Also, it's pretty nice to have the duo of Trigger Point on here in its entirety.
You're going to lose about 45 subs now that you've said that.
You're gonna lose a handful of subs, and this will never be monetized. I'm telling you.
I was never monetized.
Yeah, all you got to do is watch that show one time and look through the damn chat, and you're like, holy shit, what the hell have I got myself into?
Yeah.
Kelly Crossman, Howard Stern, and like, I don't know what she's gonna do. It's rough.
I don't know. It's usually about 10 minutes in where the chat starts basically running their own show. We don't even know what the hell they're talking about. So
Yeah.
I mean, we're just there to watch the chat. I mean, that's the only reason we can look live.
Yeah, that's exactly why we do it.
I'll admit I have caused a few stir-ups in your chats before with some of the jokes that I've said.
Wait, Captain No Neck started shit in the chat room? No.
Oh.
Well, it's like talking about the deaf gynecologist and apparently him being a good lip reader.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, I did. Somebody sent me that. I don't know who it was.
I told you to tell that joke.
Somebody sent me another dead joke today too. There was something about what kind of meat a vegetarian pre-eats, and it was like none. Like did it like none.
Oh, God.
I don't remember the whole phallus of the joke, but that was the punchline.
It's still
Our
good.
Discord, man, our Discord ain't got raunchy. It ain't quite Vegas raunchy. Have you ever been to Vegas Discord? It's like go to like Pornhub and then cut it back just a bump. That's like Vegas Discord. Ours is more like late night Cinemax. It ain't quite that bad, but we're working every day to get it to Vegas. We're trying. We want it to be like Vegas. We want like a little mini Vegas Discord. Vegas Discord's off the chain. I usually don't plug other people's shit. But if you got a couple hours to kill, man, go to Vegas Discord. Holy shit. Woo.
You'll end up learning a few things. So.
Next thing we hear, you're on the CIA's child offender hotline list.
Hey, we're racking that up. The vape community's got a whole list of them.
I was going to say, yeah.
Better than the suicide prevention hotline.
Dude, the vape community's doing just fine right now. We got that Minnesota Clouds cat. Now we got that dude that used to be West End Vapes or whatever. He's obviously in the kitty diddler business. And I said kitty diddler. So you might still have some hope for monetization right now. I didn't push it too far. Of course, we got what's his name? Raven. Raven, I think was the first. Raven looked like he was up to no good. I'll say it. He looks like he drove around a windowless van that said free candy on it. It's gonna be
Wait, was Scout talking about what he did on the weekends again? Jesus Christ.
I didn't hear about Raven.
Oh,
You hear
yeah.
about Raven?
That's where he disappeared to. That's why he just yeah, he just fell off the map. Apparently, when he showed up, I think he already had it though. I think it was all charged that people just figured it out. And of course, once they figured it out, man, of course they kind of policed their own and kind of ran him out of the community, which was probably a good thing.
Yeah, wow. I didn't even really know him, the Raven either. I just knew he was on Truckin' Show one day, and then the next week, people were saying something about him being arrested or something, and he was in some deep trouble.
I think he actually already had pleaded out, but I think he was kind of in limbo, if I understand that correctly. Trucking could probably elaborate more about it than I could, but that was really kind of him and Jay that were responsible for that one. Yeah, I don't really know exactly. I think it was an old charge that he was kind of in limbo, and then it kind of hit, as far as the finality of how the trial played out. And then I think everybody just found out about it. Just went to shit from there. Minnesota Clouds, that shit obviously just happened a couple of weeks ago, and there's no denying that one. That's like selling, dope to an undercover cop. There's no denying it. When you actually go to a girl who is a cop, not much of an argument. I mean,
I've been missing a lot of stuff.
His defense was pretty funny though. I think what it said in the paper article I read was something along the lines of he thought it was a scam. He just wanted to go check and see if it was legit or not. Yeah, okay. Whatever helps you sleep, buddy. Whatever gets you through the night.
So,
I don't know what happened. So.
I'm like an ostrich, keep my head in the sand, and I'm just missing a whole lot of shit.
Now you just gotta hang out the raunchy corners that we do. See, we're in that raunchy circle, man. That's why our show is so bizarre. All kinds of shit comes to us.
I'm just waiting.
We'll find out.
There's one guy out there that I'm not going to mention his name. I can't wait for his channel to go bye-bye.
It's not weird. It's much like I'm swimming and Willow is the rock tied around my ankles. It's quickly dragging me down into it. But hey, you know what? It is what it is.
Well, instead of drowning you in water, he's going to be drowning you in beer at this point.
Yeah, I do that, pretty well on my own.
Because Willow, that show ran. I was watching that show of yours. It ran. I watched from beginning to end. You went live at the end of my first break at work, and you went live clear all the way until my last break at work.
See, that's what we're here for, man. We're here to make your nights go by shorter. If you got an 8-hour job, come check us out. Check out the podcast. Watch the show. Either way it goes, we can eat up almost an entire shift. Now that shit got derailed, man, because that was supposed to have been a show about something entirely different. Then it kind of veered into something else, which is known to happen on our show. And then, obviously, Jay came by and hung out with us for a minute. And then Jacob He ain't scared to pop in our check. We've made it clear from day one we are free speech absolutists. We don't block, we don't ban, we don't give a shit. Do whatever you want to do. Work it out amongst yourself. I'm a believing of self-policing. And Jacob, being the glutton for punishment that he is, he popped up in the chat, turned into a melee, and ultimately Jay co-signed on him coming on the show. Obviously, we know of their back and forth. I don't guess it spoke since that deal happened, and they wanted to see it transpire, I guess. So, needless to say, Jacob came on with me and Jay again, and obviously St. Cali, and from there it drug out for 4 hours and 41 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just gonna say this though. Do you have any idea how awkward I looked at work, laughing my ass off? Nobody else around me can hear what I'm listening to. All they see is this big son of a bitch laughing his ass off to the point of falling on the floor, and they're looking at me like I belong in a straitjacket in an Arkham Asylum.
But you look like that before you were laughing out loud.
Thank you. Someone else said it before I did.
He said Jay was like Beetlejuice. If we would say his name 3 times, he would appear. Look at that.
Yep.
That's my dude. There he is. I told him.
You can,
That's
see,
my dog.
now you can make the joke about the mod.
Oh yeah, I said I was vaping my limited edition Jay Hayes G-Class.
I'm sitting back for this one.
Yeah, it was
Are we
pretty
doing
funny.
it?
It was pretty funny at the time. Jay, how you doing, brother? Sorry about that shit earlier, man. That's my bad.
Hey, how you doing, Jay? We also got
Well,
Victor's
he
Ken in chat.
apologizing.
Oh shit!
But I gotta say though, I want to talk about that show a little bit, Willow, because I was actually you, Ken, Jay, and even St. Cali made some very valid points on what Jacob did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've never argued the point that anything that Jacob did was okay, or even I don't know what's the level between under okay. I mean, we've never supported that.
No.
But we also don't randomly. I don't think we've ever banned anyone. Well,
Yeah.
we did.
We timed somebody out. We timed
someone out
because way uncouth shit. Which we all know who it was anyway, man. I mean, it's the same fucking troll account that changes names like Dirty Underwear that you see in everybody's shit. We don't care that they're around. That particular night, he just said some outrageous shit, obviously to Jay. And, Jay's done a lot for my channel. So, and I think anybody who said, well, whoa, Willow, hold up now. You said you weren't blocking her, and we didn't. We timed them out. They were backing up chat after Jay left. They were actually at least respectful enough after Jay left. Fucking, they came back, no harm, no foul. Everybody was cool, and that was the end of that. And I don't think there's any more issues out of that person. And if they do, well, it's not that Jay needed our help. Jay is more than capable of giving a tongue lashing. We've seen it a time or two before. Jay can hold his own just fine. It was just tasteless, totally fucking uncool and uncalled for. So we blocked or timed him out or whatever for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 8 minutes. I didn't even do it. I can't do it on the device of his own. I don't know, but he was back in there fucking 10 or 15 minutes.
I love though how when Jay asked Claire a question, Claire would try to kind of answer it, but kind of try to dodge it at the same time. Jay would come back and be like, you're staying on this path."
Oh yeah. Jay definitely held his feet to the fire. No doubt about that. No doubt about that at all.
As I said, I'm called a monster.
I don't see much more out of Jacob. I really don't. I think Jacob's kind of a moot point at this point. I think he's I think he's pretty much done. I could be wrong, but I expect an apology tour to be coming pretty soon. And then if he takes those advice, I doubt he'll be on the platform the whole lot. I think he's going to move on to Vimeo, BitChute, something like that, which is probably more appropriate. So,
we're definitely of two minds of that. I think I don't think he'll double down or anything, but I think he'll be back. We'll be back up to the same old shit. But as far as I think we're concerned, I don't know why you would. I mean, you've been outed as in that show. I mean, it was very apparent that he just doesn't get it. Never will. He's too narcissistic. That's where we're at. Anyway, we said we weren't going to talk about Jacob anymore.
Okay.
We're gonna stop talking about him.
Next subject. But
Butt stuff.
But
but one of the things, and Sal, me and Sal are part of a bunch of groups together as far as Facebook, and he did a post on one that kind of inspired me to wanting to do this particular thing right now, where we all just kind of like go around the table and just kind of give a short, brief story of how long we've been smoking for, when did we start vaping, and if we were dual using, how long did we dual use before we started vaping entirely, and basically also explain why we started vaping.
wait, y'all quit smoking? Oh shit! Hold on.
Hey, say no judgments here, Will. If you're still dual using, that's you, brother. We ain't gonna judge you.
He's dual using, but it's not cigarettes.
Okay.
He's smoking the meat popsicle.
Oh wait, yeah. If we're counting that, I'm fucking triple using, man. I'm handling it.
And we're
I'm actually a fucking skier, man. I'm over here just fucking milking the whale, so to speak. Fucking, we'll start a vape bukkake channel.
Jesus, Willow.
Is no one recording this stuff?
It's live on Facebook.
It's live.
No, but I mean recording like when he's doing the, I mean, it's just, isn't it?
No, he's been arrested enough times where he makes sure there's no cameras around when he's doing any of it.
Oh,
Me?
No. He sends certain camera shots to Pornhub.
Oh, really?
I would say I've been arrested a bunch of times.
What I tell you about that Pornhub, damn it?
I think
I got like
yeah, at this point it's easier to get monetized on Pornhub than it is on YouTube. So.
Right.
So there's now
has the lowest CPM.
true.
24,000 views.
I've seen his skills on Pornhub, but they're
If I
very
ever start
good.
doing reviews, I'm just going to post them on Pornhub. I'm going to do my reviews straight to Pornhub. Endless possibilities. Like even the way you damn open the bottle, be like so.
But open it nice and slow, like.
Batman would love the review. I'm
And then you take the tip and just stick it in.
Shout out to Batman, man. This juice is fucking fire, dude. I'm telling you. I would like to try the pumpkin. I didn't get the pumpkin. I didn't get the coffee because, well, I don't know why. He just sent it to me. I'm not a big coffee person. Everybody raved about that coffee. I kind of wish I would have tried it. Oh, well. We'll pick it up later.
It's a good thing I brought Wendy on this show.
Good or bad? There's a difference there.
It's good. It's a good thing.
There's a reason it's called the Dysfunctional Family.
Right. But, Sal, we're going to start with you, though, brother, since you are on my top left corner of my screen. How long you been smoking for, and...
I started back in 2009 with Jarum, Clove, Cigarello, whatever you want to call them. After a bad breakup. Was on those till about February 2016, and it took me about 2 months of back and forth between cigarettes and vape to be solely on vape. It didn't also help that my mod at the time cracked out on me, but I was making an honest to God strong effort to switch.
So is that it?
For my story, yeah, I've been vaping strong the whole time. I mean,
See, my story's not impressive, so I want to save mine for last. So we're going to skip me, and then we're going to go to Wendy.
To me?
Yeah,
Damn, already?
you're the only Wendy on the panel.
Just making sure. I started smoking when I was 13.
Oh wow.
So I smoked pretty much all my life. And then I stopped smoking about, I want to say it's been about 5.5 years that I started vaping. But I went straight to vaping. I never smoked after that. As soon as I picked up my first vape, I was done. Wasn't that exciting?
What was there like a specific reason why you started vaping, or was it just so that way you can get off the cigarettes?
Well, my story is kind of weird because I had seen somebody with a vape, but one of those pen ones, and she was at work, but it was always leaking, and I was like, well, I'll never get that. And then, I mean, why would you start doing something that's going to make a mess, you know?
Yeah, I felt that.
I started looking stuff up, but I wasn't ready to quit. I always said, I'll know when I'm ready. Everybody was like suggesting the vaping and stuff. And I'm like, no, when I'm ready, I really like my cigarettes right now. I really, really like them. And then I looked online, but I wasn't sure what to get because it's not really easy for like a new, vapor or somebody trying to convert to just go on Google and find that information out. I never really knew about the vaping community or anything because I was just a smoker. And then I was going to find a new nail place, and driving down the street, I saw e-cig shop, and I went into it, and I had 6 cigarettes left, which I kept in my car for 6 months, never touched them. And I went in and I said, I need something that's going to keep me off cigarettes. I don't want a pen. I need something that's going to last, something that's going to give me what I need, and I want everything that goes with it because I don't want a reason to go and buy a cigarette. And I walked out with a battery charger, batteries, extra coils, the Kangaroo top box kit, and juice. And I walked out, and that was it. That was my first. And it was a direct lung. I don't know. It worked for me.
There you go.
And then a week later, I went back for more juice, and I went to go try one because I smelled somebody's juice, and they had an RDA. And they're like, well, you could try this. And when I tried that RDA, it was like it changed the world for me. In 1 week, it changed everything. I learned how to build wick. I was watching for 4 months straight. I was watching any type of tutorials regarding RDAs. I wanted to just go into RDAs. So I started with RDAs, and then I went to RTAs, and that's where I've been.
There you go. TKAT, you're up.
All right. So I started smoking when I was 9.
Wow.
Yeah. I kept stealing it from my brother's sock drawer because he's like 7 years apart from me. So, anyways, then I started vaping about, what was it, like? Oh God, I can't even remember. It was like 2014. It was shortly after I was going to school for hairdressing. Yeah. And I had one of these. My friend actually bought this one and she gave it to me, and she's like, oh, it should be great. It will help you and everything. Because I wanted to quit smoking, not just for myself, but for my daughter. And so I felt like I was ready and everything else. I loved the juices and whatnot, but then I ended up getting bronchitis. Really, really bad bronchitis. And I kept doing that, kept vaping off that. But it kept getting worse and worse and worse. So I had to stop that, went back to smoking for a little while. And then it wasn't shortly after I met Salad that he started introducing me to other possibilities. And then, but was it a year and a half ago or something like that, or 2 years, that I had my Chaos and Blueberry. And I was off and on of it, and then I couldn't build coils. I had to get Bear or Monster Man to build them for me. And then that was like a rarity after a while because, well, it took longer and longer for them to get up here. So I had to learn how to make coils, got myself a drill, started making coils, still smoking. And then just up until about near the 2nd or 3rd week of July, I officially said enough is enough. I gotta quit smoking because my lungs are getting affected and they were filling up with tar. And there's a little bit of scarring in there, and also my asthma was kicking up really, really bad. So I ended up taking my puffer and got myself a couple more vapes and more vapes on top of that. And I've been sticking with this ever since. For 2.5 months now.
Awesome.
Well,
Took a lot of, yeah, me and Sal definitely were helping you in your times of struggle. Especially the one time we were up there for Christmas. I was up all night because I couldn't sleep. And so I'm taking a nap in the bedroom, and next thing I wake up to is this little lady. Literally, she is sitting on top of the back of my legs, literally hitting me in the lower back to ass region, yelling, "Coils, build my coils!"
And just by observing what he was doing, I was able to learn how to build coils. My very first coil was what? A
three-strand twisted.
3-strand twisted. It was 22 and 26, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
or
so.
22 and 2 26s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I have a hard time wrapping 18 gauge. And so I had to take a break and it's like, I need a minute. Yeah, I'll get back to it here in a second. I walk back, and there she is on the couch, and she's just bending the 18 gauge like it's butter.
18 gauge ain't no joke, man. Hell, I got some guitar strings I gave you. That shit right there is real. That's real.
But, so, up next we have St. Cali. What to tell us your story, brother?
So I joined the military when I was 19, something like that. So I was about 95.
Thank you for your service. Yes, sir.
It's not why I'm telling the story, but thank you. So I didn't smoke, which, in my career, I was a cop. So in my career field, Air Force cops are a little bit different than most branches. But in my career field, I didn't smoke. I didn't have a need to. And then September 11th hit, and at the time that happened, they had something called Threat Recon Delta, which means basically, everybody's full armed, planes are ready to go, those types of things. We started working basically 7 on, 0 off, 14-hour days. And after about 3 weeks of that, you're starting to drain. And when you're working night shifts, it was pretty difficult to just get the hours to go by. So I started smoking. So that was about 2001, and I smoked up until actually it'll be a year, a couple of days here. The 24th, I think, will be a year that I've been vaping. And it just got to, I'd been on Chantix a couple times. I'd done cold turkey a couple times. I never did any of the gum or the patches or anything. I thought Chantix was really going to be the way to go, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
First time it wasn't so bad, but I made it about 6 months after I finally cycled it out. The second time, the mindset, and it's almost psychosis. I just was a lot angrier than I really am. So, I quit that pretty quick. And then about a year ago, I just said, man, I'm done smoking. I got to find something else. So I had some people that worked for me that vaped. So I probably spent 2 weeks just watching, 10 hours a day of YouTube videos about everything I could find about vaping, doing all this research I could figure out. And find it, and try to wade through the minutia of the your popcorn lung. Yes, that's out there because you Google search vaping and that's what comes up.
Yeah.
So after
That's really sad.
I got down to like the Google 12,000th hit, and I finally started getting some real information. So I went out and bought like a Cigalike. And it just wasn't doing it. I mean, I tried, so I ordered some stuff online that I thought was going to be a little bit better out of, it was more Cigalikes, but it was out of Florida, and it took almost a month to get to me from Florida. I mean, I'm only on the West Coast. So in the meantime, I just went to a local vape shop, paid an ungodly amount of money for an X-Priv kit, battery charger, and a couple of brownies. I think it was like $170 out the door. Just got completely, I got robbed.
They didn't put no spit on that one.
That's called highway robbery.
I didn't even ask any prices. I'm like, just give me that, and that, and the juice, and we'll go. And I never looked back. I mean, that was it. I never picked up another cigarette after that. But I was also done smoking. I mean, that's, as much as vaping helps, you have to be ready to quit.
Yep.
And if it's, there's no easy fix to it. I was done smelling like an ashtray. I was done with all. So I walked away from it and haven't looked back. And then, I had a sub home for about 2 weeks, and then I started figuring out, well, maybe I want to try an RTA or an RDA. And I started, I don't build my own coils, but I definitely started using those types of devices, and that was it. I was done.
There you go, brother. Willow, you're up.
Dude, hey man, appreciate the kind words, brother. Thank you, man. Truly. Well, all right. So I was at the titty bar, and actually, that's not.
Here, hold my beer.
Way to open. I thought, well, if you tell somebody you're at a titty bar, and the story ever starts, we was at the strip club, right? Everybody automatically pays more attention. I don't know.
I am.
See, exactly. See, when he gets it. See, I'm telling you, she'd be fun as hell to hang out with. All right. So, here's what happened, right? Let's see.
Pass me $1.
My story is actually very similar with these. I was like 13, 14. I was pretty a devout smoker about 13 or 14. Because we had, like, where we lived, just there's some cool parents next door. Or, well, in hindsight, I guess it wasn't that cool. But at the time, I thought they were cool parents. So we used to hang out over at my buddy's house. And this is back in the day, like, we were smoking, like, Vantage in, like, parliaments and shit. So, at any rate, yeah, I guess it's about 13, 14. So anyway, smoked pretty fucking hardcore, man. I mean, good solid pack a day consistently for, shit, man, 20 years. And I guess back in 2013, 14, we finally landed on a pretty decent tour. And in Alabama, we could still smoke in most bars. But everywhere we went on tour, you couldn't smoke. They didn't give a damn if you were in the band or not. Didn't give a shit. You couldn't smoke. So, I liked having a cigarette on stage with my scotch or whatever I was drinking. And they wouldn't let us smoke. So, before we left, we were playing a local bar, and a friend of mine's wife came up, said, "Here, take this with you," and handed me, oddly enough, an e-bod. That's what's so cool. Just somebody else, it was Stu, actually mentioned that. So it's kind of cool he played into this. I saw that comment go by me to think about it. But she handed me an e-bod, and actually I liked it, to be honest with you. Now, in hindsight, I didn't know why I liked it. I went almost 2 weeks without smoking. Even on the road, didn't really give a shit, and I liked the hell out of it. Well, that in hindsight part was because when I ran out of juice and I went to a local vape shop, I don't remember what state we were in, I walked in, the girl's like, "You want some more of this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if you got it." And she said, "Sweetheart, you don't need to vape this." I'm like, "Why?" She said, "It's a 24 milligram nicotine." I'm like, "Well, no wonder I don't want a cigarette. Is that a lot?" She said, "That's a fuck ton." This is why you don't want to smoke. So finally, once I got to my first burnt coil, I thought, okay, enough of this shit. Let me get 20 on pump 10 and carton of Camel Lights. Thank you very much. So I did the bounce back and forth thing for a while, and I only vaped when we were like places I couldn't smoke. That went on for about a year. And then I guess around next vape shop I went in and got more juice. I was even vaping tobacco juices like the Halo Tribeca. I was really into the Halo tobacco flavored juices. And so when I get back home, I go into a local vape shop, and the girl tells me, she's like, "We've come so far in the last year. Sure, you want to keep this e-bod and buy coils for this? For, about twice what you're supposed to pay for coils, I can sell you another rig." And I'm like, at that time, box mods were huge. Everybody, we had the e-bod 2 out and little shit like that. Obviously, E-Leaf had some things out. This was the birth of the summer. Everybody that had a box mod was either rocking the Stig. I think the Stig 100 was just right around the corner, or had, maybe it wasn't quite out yet. All I know is all you saw were Stig products in the Kangertech, K-Box, Sub-Box, the Nano kits. So I bought my wife a pink Nano kit with the sub-ohm, and I bought the red-black Kangertech, K-Box, or Sub-Box Mini, excuse me, that everybody had. Single, 18.650 jamming, 50 watts. I remember at the time it was like, "Oh, it'll be more power than you'll ever need. Nobody can vape 50 watts, bro." And with those coils, you really couldn't, but I loved it. I actually liked it a lot. Although there were leaking issues, there were little issues. I fucking hated that shit. Every time it would leak, I'd get pissed off and I'd go back smoking for a week or two. And then finally, who would have thought this was revolutionary? They came out with the second generation of that same setup. There was a single battery 80 watt. In the top fill was introduced. Changed the game. So went back, got that one. Really never looked back. But I was still kind of a dual user because there was one cigarette. I had to work my way off of like 3 cigarettes. Post-sex, post-meal, coffee. Those were the 3 cigarettes I could not get rid of. I thought, you know what, man, I'm fucking smoking 3 cigarettes a day. That's a win. I'll take it. Then I whittled it down to just a coffee cigarette. I could do it. I could vape a cheesecake for dessert. Fuck it, I was good with that. I could not shake a coffee cigarette. I couldn't shake that one. Then it got to where I'd smoke 1 cigarette for like 3 days. I would light it, hit it a couple times after my morning coffee, put it out, vape the rest of the day. And then finally now, I can take it or leave it. I have become that true social smoker. Like, I probably smoked a cigarette about a month ago, maybe at the bar with my buddies. We just happened to be outside. My mom was in the car. I was like, hey, man, let me have a cigarette. But now I can truly hit a cigarette like I smoke a cigar. Like, now it's truly casual. I can hit it a couple of times and throw out 80% of a cigarette because it just kind of, I won't say it cringes my stomach, but I can't smoke a whole one. There's no damn way. Like, I am to that point. If I never smoked again, this cigarette's fell off the plant tomorrow, would I give a shit? No. But, I mean, can I now take it or leave it? Absolutely. So I don't really consider myself a smoker at this point. I don't own any cigarettes, per se. My wife still kind of dual uses. I guess maybe that's part of it. I know if I wanted to walk in and grab a cigarette, I could. So maybe that's the comfort level of just not giving a shit. But do I ever have them in my pocket? Do I take them when I leave the house? No. I ain't bought a pack of cigarettes in, a couple years. So I guess I've been vaping since 2013, 14, whenever the e-bod first hit. I would say, like I said, I consider myself not smoking for at least the last 2 years. So vaping worked for me, but it was about the juice. I had to find a juice. I had to learn about PGs and VGs. I found a juice that had that throat punch. And this is before pods, which I kind of consider the e-bot kind of was a pod, really. I mean, if you look back at it, all we've done is go full damn circle. We went back lower wattage, almost to pod system, which is kind of where we started with the e-bot. But it was. That's why I never got rid of this juice. The Cyclops Artemis. I don't know why. It's a 65-35. Something about it, man, is the right touch of throat hit. Being really runny like that. This is usually what I'm rocking in a sub-ohm tank because it just wicks really well. Plus, the sub-ohm game has come a long way. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man, if sub-ohms were where they are today, like the Falcon coils, the Diamond coils, the Remax coils, if they were where they were today, even 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't have a table in there full of $100 atomizers on it. I wouldn't have, Shermans and reloads and every QP product under the sun. I'd probably just put a damn sub-ohm tank paper. Because now a sub-ohm, you buy a damn sub-ohm coil, my Falcon coils last 2-3 weeks. So, anyway, that's pretty much the long way around the barn. I wanted to work the stripper story in, but I couldn't finish it. But
I was waiting.
It's all about taking it to the throat.
It is. There we go. We'll throw it in there.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, my child.
So anyway, Danker, you are up.
Skip me. Go to the next person at the moment. I'll come back in a moment.
All right. Well, Mike, what we are doing, I don't know if you heard, but what we are doing is basically telling our story from when we started smoking to how long we smoked for, when we started vaping. If there's a reason why we started vaping, throw that in there,
Okay. So I started smoking when I was 15, and I at 23 became an EMT. So I was on the ambulance at the time when I discovered vaping. One of my colleagues had a Ego Twist with a Kangaroo Pro tank on top. So I tried hers, and I was like, I didn't know about it. So my wife and I went to the movies, and I like to sit at the very top of the movie theater. And we were contemplating having kids and doing all this, so I was walking up the stairs, and I couldn't catch my breath. So I decided right then I needed to quit smoking. So I went to a local vape shop in Memphis, Tennessee. The shop's no longer there, unfortunately. It went out of business, but bought my first setup. It was an Ego Twist, Aspire Ego Twist, and forgot the tank I had on it. It was probably just a little Cardo, if I remember correctly, and then I slowly progressed up the ladder. So I went from that to I got interested in building from watching Red Trippers, which I know that name is sacrilege in the vaping community, but I was interested at the time.
You had to start someplace.
Started with him and Grim, and I was interested in the building aspect, so I bought my first RD8, and my first high wattage setup at the time was a 40 watt, and everybody thought 40 watts was fucking high. So I got a Dark Horse RD8 clone and an E-Leaf 40 watt. Then I got a E-Leaf 100 watt. And then I I mean, it just progressed, and now I'm a part of the Wolf Bite podcast. It's been doing that for the last couple months. I used to have my own show, but that kind of went by the wayside. Just issues with the guy I was doing the show with. He's trying to get his stuff together, and I completely understand that and wish him the best of luck. But so now I'm just Wolf Bite podcast, and we're doing live streams tomorrow night. And I think because we're starting to go live, I don't know if we set a time yet for tomorrow, but when I do, I'll let everybody know in here. So especially so salads can bust my balls in the chat.
It's not going to take very much.
Well, don't worry, I'll be busting ears the whole way up to Iowa.
Shout out to brother Bob Ellis in the house. That's what's up, my brother.
Bob Ellis, how you doing, man? So, Danker, are you ready, or you want me to go?
You can go ahead first.
Because mine's not.
Danker's like, screw it, I'll just pass it. Just keep kicking the can down the road. I'm good.
Because mine's not very impressive. Because I only smoked for about 2.5 years. That all started because I dated a girl that smoked, and she somehow got me hooked on that shit. But at the same time, though, gotta be thankful, because if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't be doing this. So, in a way, it's kind of thank her, even though she is a bitch from hell. But
always a woman, man. Always a woman. Always. It's the way it works, man. It's just,
But
all right, sorry.
On January 5th, 2015, my dad suffered a very severe heart attack. He suffered.
I told you to stop fighting with him. See what happens.
The man's an Oompa Loompa.
My
he had monster. What the hell?
He's a lovable beach ball.
Yeah, Sal has met my dad in person. My dad is a 5'7", 140-pound shrimp compared to me. But he suffered the Widowmaker heart attack, and
he's lucky you actually survived that.
Well, my mother drove him to the hospital, and basically the doctors told her that if you waited on the ambulance, he would have been dead.
Wow.
And while I was sitting there with him in the ICU, his nurse came in and said that cigarettes did play.
No memento.
After rigorous testing of figuring out what was the cause of the heart attack, it came down to a list of things, and on that list was cigarettes. And so my dad, with the most serious look I've ever seen my dad give me, told me that I had to quit. Even though, like I said, I didn't smoke for very long. Like I said, not impressive. I knew I had to quit, but 2 years is more than enough time for you to be hooked on cigarettes, and it becomes hard to quit.
Oh, hell yeah!
And so I tried the gum, made me sick. I tried the patches, broke my skin out in hives.
Me too.
I'm here.
I haven't tried.
Chantix, anybody?
I didn't try Chantix. I don't even think it was around at that time when I tried it. Tried even the blues and the Fooses, the Cigalites that you get at a gas station. And though they gave me the throat hit, still wasn't working. And one day I'm just sitting out my driveway having a cigarette, and my buddy came over, and he pulls out what was it called? It was the Vision Spinner V2.
I remember that thing.
and a narrow tank. And he handed it to me to try it, and was like, "Man, pretty good. Where'd you get this from?" I mean, he said there was a vape shop that just opened up about 10 minutes down the highway, and so when I walked in there, I ended up buying the the Aspire CF Sub-Ohm 2 battery with the Atlantis V1. And this was in...
That's creepy as hell.
And this was around February. This was about early February of 15 is when I started vaping.
Sal is over there losing his mind.
I caused it is all. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt Monster.
I'm worried about Danker. He's down there just dying.
My wife will let her just laugh. What the hell did you just put up in Facebook chat? That made my wife laugh hysterically.
So, Over time, I ended up wanting more and more power. So yeah, over time, I started off with like 50 watts, but then I went to 75, 80, then I was jumped up to 100, 150, and now lo and behold, I'm over here vaping, anywhere between 200 to 600 watts.
Yeah, now you're carrying around a 4-battery VCR. Yeah, that thing is huge. I remember that Losimo. That thing, like, I almost bought one, but it didn't come with somebody to help me carry it around. Like, if it had come with a little midget or something to help me tote it around all day, I might would have bought it. That thing is massive. Damn, that thing is huge.
But yeah, it was actually around Valentine's Day is when I stopped smoking, went to vaping, and so Valentine's Day weekend, so somewhere around Valentine's Day is going to mark my 5th year in vaping.
Now, here's the question. Does anybody want to quit vaping?
No.
I don't really.
I don't know yet.
I had an argument with somebody
Certainly at this point in time, but I'm wanting to work my way there.
I mean, that is the new smoking. A lot of people don't want to believe that, but I think it is the new smoking. You can say it's healthier, but I still think it's the new smoking. Just from a business standpoint alone, if indeed vaping were to totally work and everybody who vapes never smokes again, this would be the worst fucking business venture ever.
Now, my question for you, when you say, are you wanting to stop, or are you saying take the nicotine out entirely?
I probably really, I guess, mean totally stop. Like, and I can see myself removing nicotine. I don't see myself ever quit vaping. No, I absolutely had to. I could probably vape no nicotine right now, to be honest with you. I think I could.
I mean,
I'm still vaping at 6, if that tells you anything. I'm not stopping.
We've seen it's that throat hit. I'm afraid if I take the nicotine out, I'll lose some of that throat punch, and that's actually kind of why I keep it now. I think I could take the nicotine out. I really do. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like I could.
I think it comes down to. I mean, if you buy a sub-ohm tank and a regulated mod because you want to fit it all, I mean, that's the way to go, or a pod system. But
Yeah, absolutely.
a lot of us get into the hobbyist side.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's I had no intention of learning how to, build RDAs, RTAs, and do the rest of it. I had no interest in mechs when I first started, but that all came very quickly.
Right.
Because of the hobbyist, it surprised me how much I actually enjoyed, cleaning, rebuilding, wicking, doing all of that. I mean, it's very therapeutic.
Here's the funny thing about me. It took me 4 years to start vaping mechs. And now that I've dove into the mech game, I'm like, I can't.
Well, it's like when I started in vaping strictly on sub-ohm tanks and such. I always burnt through sub-ohm coils because back then sub-ohm coils were kind of shitty.
Horrible.
And
Let me guess, the baby beast.
I never used that one. I never did actually.
Oh, I hated that. I hate that.
No, I was burning through my Atlantis 1 coils quickly, the Atlantis 2 coils quickly. I was just burning through coils left and right. And I'm sitting there just going, I'm just chilling at the shop, and I'm just looking at the guy. I'm like, I'm getting kind of tired of spending all this money on coils that don't last for shit. And he told me about rebuildables. So been a builder for four of these coming up 5 years.
So what was your first RDA, RTA?
I had one for that, yeah.
Oh, my first RDA? That's an easy one. That was the, I can't remember the company name to save my life, but it was the El Cabron RDA.
I remember the RDA, I just can't.
I think it was the same company that made the Twisted Messes V1 RDA. But
I remember the RDA, I can't remember the company either. Wendy, can you help?
I'm trying to remember and I can't.
It was Dove something. It wasn't Dovpo, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, the whole thing is some of those companies not even around anymore. That's the bad part. I mean, it was kind of fly by night there, man. 2014.
Well, actually, I got a Twisted Messes V1 box right here. I can actually stand up for a second and look.
My first build, like, this is why, like, pod systems when they came out with rebuildable sections was not a problem for me. Not even a little bit. I actually used the RBA section that came with that Kangaroo Pet kit. I finally got tired of buying, and if you could build on that, you could build on anything.
Yeah.
Because that thing was like literally building on half a baby beast. It was like damn near rebuilding a Nautilus going on. That thing was and I remember the first time I ever rebuilt it, I was like, I thought I was a badass. I thought, oh, I have arrived. I am officially a true blue vapor. I am in the game. They rebuilt this little Kangaroo RVA section. Lasted about 10 minutes, leaked like a sieve. Still thought I was rad. I actually used the stupid ass little round wire, just single, I guess like about 22 that came. Oh, what the hell? Oh, shit. I remember that.
My first one.
Oh, shit.
I still have the box, even though it crapped out on me.
They weren't terrible, but those tanks were something else.
So I do have a funny story. Does anybody remember what the Randomizer V1 came out?
Oh, yes, sir. I almost bought one yesterday.
Oh, all right. Well, I bought one and I watched Grimm's review, and he was like, "You cannot put a fuse collector in this deck." And so I was like, "Oh, challenge accepted."
you were like, "Hold my beer, I got this."
I put a 2mm 6-rad fuse collector, and I forgot the specs of the build, but I put it vertical, and I took a picture of the deck with the coil wicked up, ready to go, and juiced up, and I said, "Yes, you can." And then I screwed it together and vaped on it in a video and sent it to him. I don't think he appreciated that.
That was actually my first real nice tank. Like, I was the only person for a long time. The Steam Crave shit is what took me to the Shermans and all the Asylum shit. Was because I just like those big. I've been a 28-30 guy pretty much from the get-go. I've always liked the big, just huge-ass tanks. And the only person I've ever seen that was a bigger Steam Crave fan than me is probably Jared. I mean, he is all about that damn Steam Crave.
Him and I have had conversations about this RDA.
I've been on the Aromomizer Plus for 2.5 years, and I use it daily.
Let me say,
that dude uses the damn Titan daily.
Speaking of which, I need to rebuild my Titan.
But I have the Titan too, and I use that on my Titan mod. But this is like to go to work and everything. It's this every day.
I remember that one.
All the tanks, that tank, the original Aromizer Plus RDTA, the big 30mm, that tank was ahead of the game because that shit is still relevant today. I will still put that up against 90% of the garbage coming out of most companies right now. That tank is still relevant.
That's why I still use it.
Love that damn tank.
I bought the updated version because that one, it came with the single coil deck, and it came with the 15mm bubble. And that's the only reason, that's the only reason why I upgraded it. But I had the original one for 2 years, and then I got this one 6 months ago. And it's
bubble for.
Yeah, it holds 15 mils of e-liquid.
I didn't even know that because see, everybody rocked that 20 mil sections because it was kind of a novel idea. I couldn't do that. I
ran the 10.
Yeah, I ran the 5 and the 10, and I actually bought the. I mean, there were so many deck sections you could buy for it. It was just cool, man. Way ahead of the game. I didn't know there was a damn bubble section for it. Now I kind of wish I bought it the other day. Had that so much on sale for
you can actually buy it separately. You can buy all the decks separately and everything for it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, apparently I lied. I do still have the mod, even though it's dead.
Well, was that your first mod?
Yes.
I don't have mine anymore. Mine broke.
I still got the Kangaroo Take in there.
Hold my beer.
Watch this and hold my beer.
That's the last time I said that. I had to call my mom in a bondsman. But
I don't have this anymore.
But that's one of the reasons why I really like Steam Crate products, though, because the RTAs, even though they look complex, they're actually simplistic once you get your head wrapped around the design. Like the Titan, even though it has that modular build deck and gives you 3 different build deck options, the wicking is super simple.
Yeah.
The building is simple, and not only that, but I like the fact I can go 3 days without refilling the damn thing.
Yeah, that's why I have that one. Like I said, 15 mils, and I rock this all day long. I fill it like 3-4 times.
It was
good. You want to talk about a beater mod? Look at that. It still works. Even 40 watt. I beat the shit out of that mod.
5 years and still running.
Oh, you can't destroy those things.
Bullshit. You can fry the chip like I did to mine.
Well, yeah, that I haven't. But they're tough as shit. That was one of the body. Things are tanks.
Hold on.
That was the only thing that killed me about
my son wishes to say hi to his girlfriend.
Hi, little man.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, hold on.
Oh dear. Hi, little man. Hi. How's my other little man?
I did Hawkins tweets for the one. Look, I did it for 1.4.
And they
Is
ask
that
why I call
so?
it Dysfunctional Family.
Is that so?
Yep, I do for beautiful.
The cuteness.
How long's he
Miss
been?
you.
I'm kidding him.
I just gotta
Oh,
fix
you're
the
talking to me?
button.
I'm like, wait, oh, wait, no, you're talking to the kid.
He's like, what was your first build? I got a badass Lego castle, dude. You ain't seen nothing.
Are you kidding? I personally can't keep him away from my PC because I have a background with the St. Louis Blues. So he goes, hockey? Play? I'm like, no, hockey season's over, kiddo. I know we have to wait a couple more months. Trust me. Withdrawals are killing me too.
Of course, coming from the
got-
guy who damn near had a heart attack when the Blues won the Stanley Cup.
Nearly had a heart attack. I was screaming my fucking head off at work.
I know it.
You're lucky You're lucky I didn't have a flag. I'd have been running up and down the aisles. All the bosses screaming, "Get back to work!" I'd have been, "Fuck you! My Blues won the Stanley Cup!"
All I can say is, if the Maple Leafs ever win, the city of Toronto will probably burn.
This is no shit.
Yeah.
I was really.
You're telling
bummed.
me.
I was really bummed when they didn't beat Boston. I was like, "Damn it!"
That's what I was
hoping-
wanting because I'm a Blue Jackets fan and I wanted to face Toronto. I didn't want to face Boston.
Yeah.
See,
But to be fair though, Boston had a good team. But
I was never really big into hockey.
Hey, I
Shut
grew
the
up with the
non-believer.
I grew up with the Mighty Ducks movies. That's what got me hooked into
we're
hockey.
in Alabama. It is college fucking football country down here. We got 15 minutes and it's going.
Well, don't forget, Willow, you also have the
Like
Talladega
3 states away
Speedway
from you, right?
up by you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, we got Bristol right now, so I didn't watch it. It's recorded, so if anybody's watching that shit, I don't want to know the outcome. I don't want to know. I'm going in and check it out in a minute.
Yeah,
Never
like,
drag
like,
a wreck,
like,
the guy
Ken,
you hate won.
like Ken said, isn't it NASCAR right now? Yes, and I missed the race for you guys.
Yeah, no,
Make a
I
left
planned
turn,
ahead.
make a left turn, come back in 15 minutes. You ain't gonna miss a fucking thing.
That's not necessarily true.
If you go
Okay, maybe one crash here and there, but other than that, it's still going around in a left turn.
All right, Wendy, thank you so much for coming on the show. I hope you had a great time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I got to leave a little early. It was really great meeting you all. It was really fun. I look forward to it again.
Hey, absolutely. Great meeting you,
Hey, if
sweetheart.
you ever have the time,
Great
Wendy,
meeting.
just feel free to let me know, and you're more than welcome to come back on.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, never again. I'm done.
If you're ever into a career-ending stream, hey, the door's open at our place too. You're more than welcome to come over.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
If you couldn't kill Jay Hayes' career, I think you're all right.
Oh, he's untouchable. Like he thrives off the kind of shit that we do.
Pretty much. Yeah. But y'all have a great evening. Thank you so much.
Bye, Wendy.
Bye.
College football, so you're an Auburn fan?
I did that to no.
I know it's a no, that's why I did it.
No, but I guess they sound like fighting words there a little bit.
I get it.
I'm so glad that I'm not into any sports.
Willow, I'm kidding. I'm kidding,
Let's
bro.
face it, it's been Alabama and Clemson for the last decade. I mean, it's pretty much the same two teams every year. Alabama, Clemson, Alabama, Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson kind of, last year.
Yeah, we weren't ready for that last year. We kind of strode in there with that same. We won every game by 3.5 touchdowns or more, so I think we kind of walked in there on cruise control. I think they kind of got tired of being only the SEC team. Yeah, they took us behind the woodshed last year.
But then 2015 too with Ohio State. Ohio State came out and just.
It wasn't pretty. It left a shit taste in our mouth. Ain't no doubt about it.
At least you didn't get shut out by Clemson like my team did in a bowl game.
You know, but in all actuality, if you're a college football fan, then you know that Clemson is really just an SEC team that's in the wrong conference. I mean, there are Alabama coaching staffs. There's Dabo Swinney's from Alabama. Half their team are back and forth between Alabama or Clemson recruits. I mean, they're almost a mirror image. And Georgia's the same way. Georgia's almost a mirror image of Alabama right now. Those three teams, I don't see them being touchable in the next 3 to 4 years. I don't see anything being different this year.
Well, sanctions come down.
Alabama, Georgia, and Clemson. I mean, that's just what you got right now. the South just kind of runs college football. I mean, we don't have pro football teams. This is what we live for. This is all we got. I mean, we do, but nowhere near me. I mean, Atlanta Falcons is the closest thing we got.
So just to warn you, you brought up college football. Willow will talk about this for 8 straight hours. So I don't know how much time you got on your hands.
All right, we're good.
But,
Just like NASCAR, put a restrictor plate on that boy.
No restrictor plate.
Main reason he talked so long about football is all that grab Aston.
It's just a bunch of dumb rednecks looking for an excuse to grab each other.
Yes.
Oh, shit. You give us a reason to drink Kobe and barbecue, we gonna take it.
It's about being a big mountain of flesh, trying to tackle another mountain of flesh, breaking through the line to get to the little quarterback going, tell me about the rabbits, and that's the game.
It's when you've got the quarterback that goes, set, hut, hike, shit, and it clips.
Ooh, butterflies. Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
All right. I got a vaping topic, so we can get off of this shit.
Thank you.
Everybody's absolute favorite e-liquid.
Mine.
Favorite
Mine's
e-liquid.
Podberry.
That's a toughie for me, though. I've vaped so many great flavors over the course of my time vaping.
Me too, but I could vape the whole Sick Boy line and be perfectly content.
Dude, I just now tried for the first time. I'm a huge Grasshopper Girl Scout fan. I said, you know what the fuck, I'm going to buy one. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have tried the pumpkin because I never had a pumpkin vape. But everybody told me about that damn Shamrock, man. And I'm a fucking sick Grasshopper fan. I probably should have went with that because I'm not going to lie to you. The cookie is fantastic. But I went with the key lime. I thought, you know what, man, I never had a lime vape. Something about it, man, makes me think about Twang beer salt. It's a quality juice. You can taste it's a quality juice. Something, I just don't think I'm a lime person. The only 2 juices that I vape a lot of shit. I mean, obviously, everybody knows how I feel about my Dead Man shit. That shit's $50 damn for a 120. I mean, it's outrageous. 48.50. And that's from them. The only 2 juices I flat ass. That's kind of how I'm basing this. I mean, there's 67 juices sitting right here. But the only 2 juices I never, ever run out of is the Cyclops Artemis.
There we go.
And Project Strawberry Cloud Addiction, which are actually both Alabama companies. Really has nothing to do with that. It's just they're fucking fantastic.
What kind of? Sorry, go ahead, Monster.
I can't really pinpoint. I can't really pick one juice. I would have to put them in like different categories, from like fruity, like pure fruit, to like candy flavor. I can't just do just one juice.
Yeah, see, I don't even do
All right,
it.
well, we'll play the FDA game. If FDA comes in and takes all your shit, what's one juice you'd want to have left?
There you go.
Podberry.
That's still a toughie.
His DIY.
I'll tell you, the banana cream pie from Glass, that shit is good.
That's kind of why I went with
I'll take my
I would have to choose my DIY just mainly for the fact that I can adjust the flavor how I need it.
There you go. All right. Well.
I've never baked glass until the other day, man. Now I gotta try that. My wife goes, "Don't they make a banana cream pie?" And I didn't get it, man. And actually, Pat, man, when he sent me that juice, he just threw some other random shit. I guess he had, wanted me to try or had some in there, and that was in there. It's the first bottle of glass I ever had, and it was that the mixed salt version of it, the mango tango.
Yeah.
That's some fire ass juice, man. If other juices are anywhere like that, that's some bang up shit, man.
The blueberry cake's really good. The Caribbean punch is fucking good. The banana cream pie is good. The butterscotch.
That's the one I want to try that.
You gotta try the butterscotch reserve. That is.
That's the one I actually want to try. My wife really want to try the banana cream pie. But then we got some of this too. That gorilla custard. This is what replaced the. A lot of people who were really stuck on the door banana bondage. I know a lot of people that went to that. That's some fire ass banana. I'm not really a custard guy either, but the custard is kind of smoothed out like banana. The banana kind of dumbs down the custard. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, did Fagan buy like 2 gallon handle bottles of that shit too?
Dude, he must have an abundant supply because every time you see him, he's vaping that shit.
Yeah,
that's
I used to hang out with him and the vape team guys and Zoom years ago, and that's all he fucking vaped was a door. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
Banana bondage, boy, he was all about that shit. And I think he's since had a change of heart.
See,
It's amazing what seeing somebody's lab will do to your heart. Yeah.
Meth and kiddie pools will change how you feel about certain flavor. That's for damn sure.
Well, the only thing I ever said about it is, am I wrong to, what the hell's her name? Runs a door.
Dawn.
She's got children, right?
Yeah, she does.
That was the only thing I think I got more upset about was seeing all the toys and shit down there in the basement where they mix.
Yeah.
I think that was what pissed me off the most.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. In fact, Jay touched on that today, and we touched on it on our stream, actually. That's what's up. I just saw that. What's up, Juan? Rough time, brother. That's what's up. Oh, that Bible Belt ass whipping. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, absolutely. Jay touched on it today, and we kind of had an issue about that, too. I mean, look, cleanliness was bad enough. To know that you have kids running around in that shit, I'm really surprised. Fuck the FDA, okay? They're a bunch of cock smokers anyway. But I'm really surprised that...
And demonetized.
There goes your CPM.
Not bad on that. That CPS didn't get involved in this. I mean, are you shitting me? Isn't that what y'all do? I know people right now who get in a fight with their old lady, which is relatively a normal, mundane argument, and the cops get called and Child Protective Services up your ass for the next 8 months. This shit has been televised on YouTubers who have a damn million subs between all of them, and nothing. You're shitting me, right? I mean, not saying that I want our kids taken away. Let me be clear about that. But nothing, not a phone call.
Well, I gotta say the thing that
because they attack good families.
I mean, and now the lab's back up and running. The site's back up and business as usual. So.
Well, I gotta say the thing that pissed me off the thing that really pissed me off the most about the whole thing with Dawn and Endor is the fact that she claimed that she had a certified ISO lab, but then that video pops up and seeing all that crap in there.
Well, I mean, there's levels of ISO. I'm not sure it met any of them. I mean,
-2.
Yeah. The thing is you're charging a premium for juice, and everybody will tell you it was good. It was good juice. It was a good recipe. And I think, she had, all kinds of people that, were on her side with as far as reviewers and everybody else hawking that stuff left and right. And nobody knew the backstory. Well, one individual knew the backstory, and it just looks bad. That, there was people that kind of knew about it, and nobody said a damn thing until how many years, months, whatever it was later.
Yeah. And that's kind of why, I mean, like, it was, I mean, look, I don't know shit about how shit runs up there. There's a place we used to play in Flint, Michigan. Other than that, I don't hang out in the Detroit area a whole hell of a lot. Although it's funny because Steve made a joke today that I thought the exact same thing watching that stream. Where, but they're all living in this lab. Like, how the hell did you pull $1 million in sales in a year, and you're living in a fucking trap house of a lab? How? If you keep up with anything about economics in this country at all, then you would know Detroit is borderline tumbleweeds in a ghost town. The average house is selling for like $40,000. I mean, you could buy a tree house in that summit for $20. I mean, I don't get it, but
I want to live in a tree house.
Dude, have you watched that shit on
I want to live in a van down by the
No, it's on I think it's Discovery, the guy that builds tree houses.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of those tree houses?
Yeah,
sick.
Dude, there's a whole channel that does that shit, man. There's a whole channel that does that show, that super badass tree house. Like, these people are living in like fucking $100,000 tree houses. I mean, that are like Neverland type shit. I'm talking like Rivendell, like some fucking Lord of the Rings shit. That are just pimp as hell. You bet your ass I live in a treehouse.
You ain't gonna get me one of those tree houses regardless, because knowing my ass, I'm gonna get drunk and walk right off the edge.
No, man, watch
Make sure there's bouncy castles at the bottom.
My request: can you give me a $100,000 tree deer stand?
You can't put a bouncy house at the bottom of it. It's just like a blow doll. He'll pop it.
She had an ISO motel. That's what's up.
That's just me.
That's my dude, man. I love Spot. That one.
Because I'm 350 pounds, I drop from 20 feet, I'll hit terminal velocity by foot 10.
Hey, Monster, did you ever get that patch kit you were talking about? Your blow up doll. I was just making sure you got it.
Speaking of blow up dolls, I want to take a moment here and say hi to Truckin'.
Nah, I didn't scare her away. Offering her to come on my show probably scared her away. I ain't gonna lie. I was forthcoming. I said, hey, you know, our door's always open too. If you're ever looking for a career-ending stream to hop on, man, we will damn sure title your sub count a little bit coming on our shit.
Well, has Go been on your show yet? Because if that dude can survive your show, everybody can.
Who's been out? Nah, Goat's never been out. You know, it's so funny, man, because our very first show, like, as the show's going on, we had like 15 reviewers hit us up going, man, we'd love to come on sometime. By the end of the first show,
they're like, no, we're good.
They didn't return my calls for like a fucking week. Some of them still haven't heard back from them.
Hey, I'm still waiting for my invite, Willow.
Hey, man, you're welcome to come on. I know you can take it. And really, here's the deal. All these guys can take it. The difference is a lot of reviewers have that political game that you have to play. We can all talk about honesty and sincerity and, you know, what the fuck ever. It is still politics. It is still a business. Any way you slice it, you do this for a living, it is a fucking business. So therefore, it matters about your sub count. It matters about your towns. Monetization matters. And some people have more to lose. Some people, that's what they do for a living. This isn't, in the words of Batman, this isn't my Hollywood. I have a whole another career that's pretty cool, that I get to hang out with cool people and go places and do shit. So if the YouTube overlords zap my channel for, well, I won't say it, but just saying some outrageous shit, no harm, no foul. I got 17 more emails. I'll start up another channel. We've already got a couple backups. We got Discords. Everybody knows where to find us. It's potential will happen one day. But, you know, I don't have to play by the politics. I don't have to tiptoe around shit. I don't have to sit on information that I think is detrimental to the community. I don't have to do any of that. I'm not an employee of the vape game. I'm just a guy who vapes who has a YouTube show.
There you go.
I have no loyalty to anybody or any company. I can say whatever I want to say.
Well, you do have a little bit of loyalty to a certain company at this point.
Well, but hey, at least it's a company we use. I mean, you know, that's the thing. Nobody, let me rephrase that. I don't have any loyalties to, you can't just send me a product and say, you have to say this, you have to do this, and you have to say that. And I think most vape reviewers won't play that game. But if you think there ain't behind the scene politics in this shit, you out your fucking mind. There is a lot of shit, a lot of deals going down in Steam rooms, a lot of deals going down on Skype, a lot of just politics, man. And at the end of the day, I mean, I get it. It is a business. But like I said, I'm exempt from that. I don't have to monitor anything that I say. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't have to shelter anything. I don't have to sit on anything. I don't have to skirt any truce. So I think that gives me a little bit more liberty. But it may come a time that may change, but I don't see why it would. It would have to be something out fucking outrageous that would make it happen. You know, maybe if I was making asshole money, maybe if I had 200,000-300,000 subs, and okay, I could see where I could walk a little bit more of a tightrope, but coming into the game as late as we did in the vape side of shit, yeah, you can't come into this game right now and reach 500,000 subs. Not just off vape game. Can't do it.
Yeah.
That window closed 5-6 years ago. So we have nothing but dice to roll.
And one of the beauties of it too is because you're. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
I was going to say I think that's one of the beauties of it too is that you can be so freeform in the way you speak and not have any ties but it can also be a detriment too, and you can chase a lot of people off doing that. I'm not saying you're wrong for doing what you do, but and just you know, I've watched your show, man, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the hell out of it. But that's me, you know. I'm not. I'll sit here and bust salad and I'll bust Monster Man's nuts all the time. And they give it right back to me because we're friends.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's one of the beauties of me coming in here. That's why I love coming here.
Although I will suggest Willow let St. Cali talk a little bit more.
So it's kind of funny.
Well, anyway, as I was saying, I'm totally fucking.
That's not the way it fucking runs about 90% of the time. But I mean, honestly, here's how our shows go down. So about Sunday night, I'll say, all right, Willow, what are we doing this week? And then I'll hit them up on Monday and on Tuesday. Wednesday, I get off of work about 5, so about 4 o'clock, I'm like, Willow, what we can talk about? Oh, we can talk about this, this, and this. We touch on that for about 13 seconds, and then something causes us to get derailed. I mean, I don't think we've had a show yet that hasn't just been. Well, we've had one or two. But
Wait, did the squirrel get your nuts out?
Damn.
So I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, we feed off chat. I mean, we do. Sometimes there's shit they want us to touch on that we may have some knowledge about, and we're not afraid to do that. We're not afraid to go off script, if you will, because Willow and I having a script is not a thing. Yeah.
What, a script? What's that?
Especially how this show goes. We're just random. We'll touch on a few things, but then we'll just go way off topic.
I actually sat down one time and said, okay, for the first, at X hour we're going to talk about this. At X hour we're going to talk about this. Shit, we were out of the water before we even got to point one.
Well, here's one of the beauties of the show I'm on and the show I was doing, is I've had reviewers go, dude, you're a dick, and I'm like, and Monster, you've told me that before. Hey, dude, you're kind of a dick. I'm like, and.
Hey, you dished it to me on the show when I was your first guest on your show with a
exactly. But it was friendly banter. It wasn't like I was just going after you to be an asshole.
Well, it's like you gave me a little jab to the chin, and then I give you a Hail Mary uppercut to the bottom of your jaw.
So I mean,
that's how I like shows to run, is friendly banter.
In the last show we had we caught some flack. There were some emails that came in right after it because of who actually ended up on the show, along with some comments underneath the video. And I said, look, we've always said you may like one show, you may hate the next. I mean, you don't know what's going to come out of our mouths. You don't know what we're going to talk about. I mean, and we're okay with that. I mean, and we're okay with you not knowing what we're going to talk about because we have titles. They don't mean shit. Because what the title is and what happens on the show, depending on what happens, could be something completely different, and that's I think that's different. I
gotta go, and I'm interested. Now I gotta go back and watch the last episode.
Well, the overall thing, the overall narrative is usually got some kind of merit to it. I mean, ultimately, I think the title of the last show was appropriate for what we did, and. I think the overall message, like I said, the title does generally fit with the overall theme of the operation. Does it have, anything to do with pinpointed topics? No. But at the end of the day, I guess the one person that we really do have to see to it that we please are the people who support the channel, which at the end of the day are Patreons and they are sponsors. And despite the mixed bag of emotions, the watch time says otherwise. The sponsor fucking loved it, and we picked up a handful more in the process. So, at the end of the day, I mean, controversy, hey, in the words of Jay Hayes, man, I'll take K-Watchers. And that's apparent that we have that, because generally speaking, your sub count, you're going to see about a fraction of views based on your sub. You'll see a percentage. This is your sub count. This is generally a percentage of that is what you'll get in views. Our views damn near always exceed our sub count, which clearly says that there's hate watching, and I'm fine. I'm totally fine with that. Some of us, that's kind of how we got it rolling. I mean, shit, trucking here, trucking there, trucking plays that game. Some of us do it. Jay plays it.
I can name a couple people that play that game. They'll stir the shit and then basically just spin your weight.
We just try to see to it that we're not grasping at nothing.
Exactly.
We try to see to it that we're not creating shit where there isn't. We try to see to it that whatever we're talking about is real world shit that is truly indicative of something that we're talking about. We won't generally just gas a dumpster fire for no reason at all.
Right.
We have to feel there has to be some kind of merit to it. Other than that, nothing's off limit. We will not lie. We will not fucking falsify shit. if it was set on show, at least at that point moment, to the best of our knowledge, this is where it was. And if we're wrong, we'll cross that bridge later and we'll own that too. But that goes back to that, factor of we have nobody to answer to. So far so good.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta call it, guys. I'll pleasure being on. I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey, just,
All right, Mike.
All
Take it easy,
All right,
bud.
Mike. We'll see you.
thank you for coming.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, like me doing these live shows, yeah, there's stuff to talk about. There is. But at the same time, though, I feel like these live shows are just a way for reviewers or friends that do some sort of social media or streaming just kind of get together and have fun and interact with the people that watch. I mean, I'll admit it. I'm not the brightest bulb. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm not, the most high-end tool in the toolbox. But I started doing this show because I wanted to get everybody together and have fun and just shoot the shit and interact with people in chats and try to make everybody laugh and have a good time, Because me being a Kansas City boy, we like bonfires and we like sitting around that bonfire and drink beer all night long, get drunk, and basically laugh ourselves to the point of passing out.
I feel like drinking tonight.
That's coming in Alabama Tuesday.
Already been there.
And Willow and I we see eye to eye on a lot, surprisingly. But there's also a lot that we don't agree on.
And all the shit that we don't, he's wrong.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is,
Let's remember you live with the pig.
He's beating the shit out of the door even as we speak.
so legitimately, Willow is Kermit. Gotcha.
It's not easy being green.
It's not easy being. What's that fucking name?
When we started this, I basically said, Willow is the talent. Willow is the one that can go on a 4.5-hour rant without taking a breath, because he has a lot to say, and his delivery, catches a lot of people off guard because he's very forthcoming. I mean, he's blunt about it. It's how he feels, and I mean, honestly, I think at this day and age, as far as society's concerned, we're so busy trying to save everybody's feelings and make sure we don't ostracize, one protected class for the next protected class, and I mean, I don't want to turn this into a political show, but we're just getting to the point where it's you can't say something without offending a group at this point. I could say somebody's going to be upset about that.
Oh, yeah.
Class. Fuck your feelings. How you like that shit?
Gotta love the snowflakes.
Fuck about your feelings.
Anyway.
In the words of the great Ben Shapiro, facts don't give a fuck.
So note to self, have Willow on my neutral talk. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Set some shit ablaze. You just point at who needs offending and line me up and watch me go.
Yep.
So Gonzalez,
Woo, look at him go.
since he doesn't breathe very often, are you blowing air into him to keep him going, or are you just like full on hand signing underneath?
So Willow is a lead singer, right? So he's got that innate ability to breathe and talk at the same time. So it's not all. Oh shit!
Hello there, beautiful.
We're gonna be here for a while, folks.
Oh shit!
Yes.
What's up, man?
Boy.
He's looking at this going, I can't tell if I walked into a live stream or a fucking lineup.
So that's what you're messaging me about, Salad.
How's the Timmy's treating you, first and foremost?
How's the what?
Timmy's. Tim Hortons.
Almost gone. I had to back the fuck off. It was just it just had to be a thing. Sorry, I literally forgot that I hadn't downloaded Zoom on this computer yet, so I am a complete piece of shit. So if I'm too old, or
Jared, just to tease you, bud. There you go,
Yes.
brother. There's what's coming your way tomorrow.
you fucking piece of shit. Hey, hold on. Here. How you like this? Look at this. Minikin 3S in that prismatic purple and brown.
That's pretty.
Isn't it? That's dope.
Hey, you think you got me beat? No, I got you beat, motherfucker, with what I got upstairs. What else I got for you?
Wait. No, hold on. Hey, I got you beat. Hold on. I know I got you beat because this is the dumbest shit. This is some bullshit right here.
I already got one.
This is bullshit, though. This is a piece of shit. I already hate this motherfucker. I done had it for not even half a day, and I hate this motherfucker.
Why? Because it's gold?
Well, all right. Aside from the fact that it does kind of look like a porn star's dick, no, man, this thing is just bleh. It's turbulent as fuck. The flavor's subpar at best. Oh,
so it's a smoke product.
You know what?
yeah, right.
But it's shiny.
Hey, Willow.
No.
I just want to let you know something, man. If you want me on your show, all you have to do is ask.
I swear to God, when you and Steve are pretty. I mean, I guess y'all still are and talk. I mean, I don't really meddle in his business as far as who he hangs out with or talks to. But when Stevie first started this with me, shit, man, you were actually one of the guys we wanted to come on. And then dude, we talked to several people that were on board with it. Like, oh man, we love what you're doing. It's really probably about the second show. No more return text messages.
Yeah. Motherfuckers are like, wait a minute, hold the fuck on here.
Hell, come to think about it, I don't even know if Pal 702 is on YouTube anymore. Whatever happened to him?
He's still doing. I know he's still doing live stream stuff, but I don't think he's much on the reviews.
Last thing I saw him review was the King, man. That was like 5-6 weeks ago. I haven't seen a hide nor hair of it.
Well, okay, he works in car sales, so he gets a little busy at times. So, like,
is that what he does?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he does.
Yeah, no, he actually works for a family-owned car business, if I remember right.
Dude, he's balling. I'll say that. I figured he did some crazy top secret double knot spy shit or something.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Pal is like a super fucking cool dude. I love that guy, man.
He's funny as shit. God, he's so damn funny.
Especially off camera. Like what you get.
I never spoke to him personally.
God almighty, dude, you get him off camera, that motherfucker will have you pissing your pants laughing. I swear to God, he's so fucking funny.
Oh, at the time when I was at your house, when I gave you the recurve and the money shot all over you and your desk and your download lamp.
Right, yes. The funny part is Tony actually beat you on that. I was, and it was with a juice bottle. It wasn't even with a fucking RDA. I went to go re-wick one of his tanks. I think it was a bulk. And I went to go squeeze this thing, and the whole tip of the bottle shot off, and I shot this shit up my entire left arm, up my shirt sleeve, out through my shirt, and onto the fucking door of my office. It was like 7 foot of juice money shot. It was the worst.
You should ask Monster about the time you tried out my profile.
Oh, God.
On our way to Canada.
So it was me, it was Danker, Salad, TKAT, and Danker's wife. We were all getting ready, getting gas in our vehicles to head up to TKAT's house in Canada.
Yeah.
So, as me and Danker are sitting there waiting by my truck, waiting for the rest of the gang to get out of the damn gas station so we can get on the road, he had me try his profile. So I took a hit, and I looked at him with I don't know what kind of face I was giving you, Danker, but it was the face that made you go, "Good flavor, huh?" I went, "Yeah." Well, I got a whole tank of it in my mouth.
Like he'd been doing chew for a while.
Hey, and Willow.
Yes, sir. Dude, I've wanted that thing forever, man. God, I love that damn tank.
Dude, I'm telling you though, like I've had people tell me it was garbage. No.
Dude, it just looks badass.
Oh man.
Dude. I don't own any squid shit. I don't have anything squid. I just think it looks mean as shit.
Hell, I've got the detonator. I've got a dead double barrel. I've got the Peacemaker RDA, and then now I've got the RTA.
See, I've always liked the detonator too. If I went and bought one, I definitely want the detonator.
If mine didn't sound like a fucking baby rattle, I'd probably like it more.
Really?
Dude, there's like a piece of solder floating around, and I can't take it out without.
Oh, okay, that was battery rattle. That's just something fucked up in it.
No. It literally sounds like a piece of solder is just floating around inside of the damn thing. I'm just like, you motherfucker. Oh, yeah, you grab it just right, and it's like.
God, that's a sexy ass tank, though, man. See, you like the big tanks as much as I did. You've got a few that.
Yeah, but see, this one ain't even that big. This one's like a 24, I want to say.
Is it? I thought it was a 28 on those.
Oh,
I presume
hell
it was very big
no.
in part. Is it not?
It's tall as fuck. It's a single coil though.
Oh.
It's
Man,
a big, tall ass single coil. It looks like a fucking Blitz Ghoul on the inside. It looks like a mix of the Vandy Vapor Revolver and the Blitz Ghoul.
Really?
They've got a big 28 tank. I think it's the shit. What is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew they had a big one. I just always assumed it was that one.
Was it the,
'Cause that tank looks mean as
was
shit.
it the Chieftain?
That's the RDA.
That's already.
Yeah, the Chieftain. Yeah, and that is a bigger one.
That tank looks just
So are you gonna give me one for my
This-
birthday?
This
got
is
it. Badass.
okay. Let me make sure. Focus. There we go. All right, cool.
Focus,
Yeah.
focus.
Look at that.
Oh shit, it does.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you
like,
can rock a big ass coil in that though, so I could probably get away with that.
dude, I've got a fucking single 8-wrap 3.5 millimeter coil on this sumbitch.
Oh yeah, so I could deal with that. The only single coil I've ever found that I liked, man, was maybe that was what I was thinking about. Oh, okay. So the tank will be it's a 28. See, here's the problem I have with sub-ohm tanks right now, though, man. Oh, great! Look, it's a 28 millimeter sub-ohm tank, or look, it's a 30 millimeter sub-ohm tank. Oh, it takes baby these coils. Yeah, great.
Yeah, yay, that's great.
Giant baby bees. And dude, I am sick of that fucking argument. Oh, well, you can get baby bees coils. Yeah, you can get fucking falcon coils anywhere too. I've never been somewhere and seen a baby bees coil that I didn't see a fucking falcon coil. Never. Not in the last year or two or so. I don't understand why we're making shit compatible with that. Why not make them compatible with a falcon coil? All right.
Focus. Fuck.
Fun.
Here, frightening.
The Peacemaker XL is the 28. That's the big one.
Like,
So
are you
there's
gonna
a
give me
different
one for my
version.
birthday?
Yeah, there's
Oh.
there's an XL version. Yeah.
That's the difference then. I know there was.
Just let me know, TKAT. I'll get you one.
Here, hold on, though.
What?
Oh, here it is.
What'd you say?
How much is it, Jay? It's probably then $40-50 too.
Yeah, I think it was about 50.
Yeah, they're shitting cheap, man. I don't know anybody that has one. You're the first person I've seen that have.
Diesel.
Oh shit,
But with a glass tank. Fuck that polycarbonate bullshit.
dude, that looks good. That looks much better like that.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I want to hate it. I want to. That's as much as I want to say.
That is fucking really good. Does it come with the bubble, or did you find something that it just fit?
Nope. This is third run. First and second run both had a polycarbonate straight tank and a polycarbonate bubble. And this one has the 2 mil straight glass and the, I want to say it's 4.5 or 5 mil bubble glass.
Dude, that thing looks the tits, man, like that. That looks really good on there.
Look, man, you know what, though? What's really fucking stupid, all right? Like, you see how big this motherfucker is, all right? That's on top of the Anakin Proton. This fucking thing holds a 30, okay? And it looks big as shit on here, right?
That's
The
huge.
fill method on this motherfucker is so stupid. Here, hold on. Here, we're just going to take the whole motherfucking airflow completely off this bitch so we can fill it.
What?
The whole fucking airflow assembly has to come off because there's the kidney ports.
What?
That much better be weak, right? You're gonna have a fucking mess. That's crazy.
I'm sitting there looking at it like, where's the fill cap don't come off, and then the whole fucking assembly. I was like, fuck, I just took it apart, and I looked down, and I was like, oh shit, there's the kidney port. Son of a bitch.
Weird.
So-
Dude, I don't understand, like, how many devices has he cranked out in the course of 15 minutes?
A lot.
Like,
That's
literally.
good. I'm gonna type it.
Dude, wait. Sorry, I had pills being delivered. Volume. Oh.
Yeah, I actually had mine delivered right when I walked in here, as a matter of fact. I'm at the hour and a half mark right now. They're doing fabulous.
Like a benzo to make your life complete.
But Jared, I am going to tell Tony to stand between you and I when I give you your gift.
Okay, look, is it that bad or what? Because, I mean, you have me so
Yes.
perplexed. I'm not going to sit there and...
You're gonna shit yourself.
All I
and
know,
then
all you're
start
gonna, all
swinging
you
your cane.
So you're worried I'm going to punch you. So you're worried I'm going to punch you.
because I know it's something you wanted for a long time, and I was able to
I-
find one for you.
I even know what it is, too, actually. I didn't realize it was... Never mind. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Willow, hush, hush.
Every time somebody gets me something, I swear to God, I'm literally the only fucking person that doesn't know.
I'm
Like,
amazed,
everyone knows but me.
I'm amazed he didn't punch me when I gave you the Colorado.
I didn't really know what to say about that. Like, truthfully, I was just kind of shocked and awe with that thing. And then, of course, vaping 567 watts out of that motherfucker, it was just like...
Yeah, Folks, when after Jared posted the review and realized that he was actually vaping over 500 instead of 440, he looked at me and goes, "Dude, how can you vape that hot?"
How are you doing this? Are you sending it to him for his birthday? Or are you going over there? Or what are you doing?
I'm going over there tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, hell, unveil it on the show and just mail it.
After I have to go to the damn Men's Warehouse to get fit for a damn tux.
When's your birthday?
Why a tux?
I got invited to a damn wedding.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just fair warning, Willow. Monster Man, Danker, and I all live close enough that it's a short trip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, I think Monster's the farthest from me. I think you're about 30, 35 minutes from me.
I know.
Me? I'm about 25, 30.
Yeah.
I think the fastest time. I'm not gonna say what speed I was going, but I think I got to your house the fastest in about 25 minutes.
I was about to say, coming from what part of town you live in, that's probably 69 to 33 down to 291, isn't it?
35 to 291, all the way down to your neighborhood.
Goddamn, that's a long way. That's a long way.
Yeah, he should go the back roads.
Oh, back roads all the way, man. Fuck I-35. Fuck that bullshit.
Kraken's talking about that new reload coming out, so we know what it is. The new QP is a Gata.
The Gata?
So we're taking bets. Do we think it's going to be another fatality, big badass monster, or is it going to be an MTL? I've heard a lot of people drop an MTL tank, which is going to be detrimentally, just horribly sad.
But
I hope we does not get into that bullshit.
I'm going to have to re-insulate.
Here's the thing, okay? Think about this. Think about the one thing that they did with the M25, okay? They figured out how to make a sizable tank with good capacity with a super tight fucking restriction if you wanted it. Like, you could damn near out the lung the fucking fatality M25.
Oh, yeah, you could.
You shut the fucking the side airflow completely the fuck off, run a single coil in that son of a bitch with high resistance, and cut the bottom airflow damn near all the way off. You could mouth the lung that motherfucker.
My only complaint, I mean, I had that fatality 25 early, and if I were to ever done a review, I almost did one for that. But my only complaint with that tank, man, I love it. I mean, it's in there on mod right now. I guess it was half the price, but I almost feel like there was some. It just feels like a much cheaper made tank to me. It does feel like a cheaper made tank. Like the deck of my 28 weighs as much as that 25 does, totally assembled with a full tank of 2.
Hey, hold on though. You got to remember, I'm the one that got the bunk ass fucking fatality 28 to begin with. I'm the one that got the fucked up barrel assembly and everything. It was all machine fucked up.
That's right. I forgot about your fucked up.
Yeah,
I forgot all about that. Damn.
Which is odd because as much as QP actually does some QC on their shit, because I mean, we all know it's made in China, but it sits in Canada for
oh yeah,
while they go through every piece. So that's really
well, and that's what they said too. They emailed me, and I told them that they didn't have to replace it because I got it sealed in the, because it was the original fatalities came sealed in the cellophane. The M25s didn't. They just came with that little piece of tape over the fucking box. But I actually got an original sealed in the cellophane, never been touched. And the only problem with mine is that when they punched the juice flow ports on it, it actually knurled the edge of the metal a little bit, so it was catching on the build deck. And it took me for fucking ever to figure out why in the fuck I could not get the fucking barrel apart. I mean, like, I had to take pliers to this motherfucker. It was sticking so bad.
There was already no wiggle room in the way they made that anyway.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, as soon as they put that thing together and twisted it, that was all she fucking wrote, man. It was a motherfucker to take apart.
Well, because those tanks, too, man, me and Batman talked about one time, all the fatalities, when you assemble it, it feels topsy, almost like it's wobbly, like a leaning tower of pieces. You can get some play in. You'd think that Summit would leak like a sieve, but I've never had one of those tanks leak, ever. Either one of them. The 25 or the 28. They're fucking great tanks, man. And I will give them that, too. QP has got to be one of the best customer services.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can go right now, literally, and send them a fucking Facebook message. You'll get a response within 5, 10, 15 minutes tops.
Send them an email, and it's usually no more than 48.
Yep. I mean, literally, so a deal actually went down on my 25, and I emailed them, and they're like, I'm not sure what I can do about that. Give me till tomorrow evening sometime. I said, that's cool, man, no hurry. It wasn't 10 minutes later, and it was resolved. They hit me right back. It's like, shit, man, right on. Gregory, Blue Man, he actually was one of the few people that got hit on customs. So he pre-ordered it, paid the $15, $16 shipping from Canada, paid for the tank up front. It comes, gets hit by customs, shows up at his door. They want another $39 on top of a $49 tank with $16 in shipping. He's like, hell no, I'll just eat the damn money. I'm not sending it back. QP really hit him up and just sends another one like super fast to make up for it. So they basically ate that $40 and just sent another tank. I mean,
they also then just changed the language on their website, basically saying you're responsible for customs charges, which I don't blame them.
Yeah,
no, not at all. No, I mean, well, because I mean, you figure they're already paying manufacturing costs, they're paying for shipping costs because, like you said, they get everything shipped back to them. You know, it's like very, very, very few of the QP devices, unless it's just overstock that hasn't made it to them yet, get shipped from China. It's usually from Canada. So it's like,
so now the moral, I hate to say it, now the moral of the story is you either roll the dice, or you now, if you're in the States, you might as well just wait until Subtank gets it, or David Gunn gets it over at the loaded site. Now you just might as well wait till it gets to the States, man. That or gamble $40, you know, and find out the hard way if it means or not. Trust me, if I were to send something in the mail, you can guarantee. I will say this though, of all the things that could be sent in the mail, I would much rather it be my tank that gets caught in customs than anything. I mean, it could have been worse, I suppose. It's a win. if like you came out with it was a QP fatality, fuck it, it's a good day. I don't know, man. I just hope that's not what that Gata tank is. I heard a lot of people talking about, you know, it's probably going to be a mount lung. And fuck, I hope that's not the case, man. God, I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, the fatality, the 25, I think I had it in my hands for a day before I shipped it back off. So that's
I forgot you. I forgot that wasn't for you. But for goodness, I didn't know about that.
It almost didn't make it out back in the mail. It was close. Much like your G class almost didn't make it.
Hey, that's okay. You got that damn unicorn when that angry whatever V2 single piece came out.
Yes, bastard.
Because everything comes out of AR, they won't ship it anywhere without just outrageous shipping and taxes. Like even to you guys out in California. So everybody just sends it to me or Stevie. And that one came to to Illinois by way of Alabama. And when I got it, I can't believe he happened to be the first guy that got it. His serial number was 001. I was like, oh shit! I'm not even a huge, devout, Stacked fan. But damn it, I almost was that day. I'm thinking, shit, what you got in this here? How much you got? I'm just gonna send your money until you get lost in the mail.
That's actually another company that has really good customer service. Did you know?
Yes.
I've had.
Trevor's the man.
I mean, I was having an issue getting it from AR. They wanted to charge me, I think it was 80% in tax, something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
California.
Really? Yeah, he's like, well, things are restricted in California. I'm like, no, they're not. I mean, I can Vapor DNA and Element Vapor both in California. So after, I mean, I just messaged Trevor directly. He sent it straight from Canada, and he threw in a couple of extra top caps. I mean, he did right by it, and it's just one of those companies that it's got great customer service, at least for me.
But shit, I ain't mad at you.
No, he's a good dude, man. He done a lot for Eric, done a lot for a lot of people I know. Really, really good customer service out of Unicorn Mods. Really good dude.
And
Not to mention a collaboration, man, with him and Stan. That fucking Ardent looks the tips on that damn Unicorn, man. God, that thing is just sexy.
I don't know. I kind of like the that vert with the Cali V2 on it.
Oh, that's the Ranger Vapes one, right?
Well, I mean, it's basically just a vert with the Cali V2 on it, but they did that matchy between the brass rings and the brass top cap on the Cali V2.
See, the Cali was one of those, like, I debated, and I had a couple of offers for people to send them to me, and I was like, man, that thing ain't cheap, don't do that, and it's like so many people talk it up, and I'm like, damn it.
The only QP item I don't have, man.
Yeah.
It's the only way I got.
I've got the not mini. I've got both fatalities. The only one that I don't have is the Cali and the Cali V2. That's it.
Yeah, there's actually, I think it's Cloud's store out of Texas that's they keep the Cali V2 in stock at the same price you can get it from QP. So it's.
Well, now I need something that's 25 in gold, preferably brass, but 25 in gold. You go on that. Well, I can get it out, but it's over there in the case.
So
mod that Batman sent me, that's just the tits.
Man, okay, so I just peeled the protective crap off the side of both of these Vupu Alpha zips because I got the 18651 and the built-in the mini zip or zip mini. Man, I feel like playing checkers with this motherfucker now. I mean, you want to talk about some ridiculous ass shit? Look at this thing.
They've got one that looks like almost like a Louis Vuitton type thing. It's pretty cool, but yeah, that was a little strange.
This motherfucker is like a golden mirror.
Dude, it has fingerprint magnet from hell.
Right, like I don't want to touch the side of it anymore. I kind of wish I wouldn't have taken that off.
X217 was like that, man. I thought that was one of the best looking mods. I'm a center 510. I only buy mods that hold big tanks. You know how I feel. You got that sideline. That sideline was to this day was one of my favorite mods. It's finally dying. The screen's finally fading out on it.
Yeah, so's mine.
I've had it for years. Got these little lines all across the damn screen. It's all jacked up looking and shit.
Mine's just starting to dim. It's not getting the lines yet, so I just parked it.
Man,
Yeah.
that's pretty much all I buy. As far as carry around beaters, man, I like my the H-Cigar Wild Wolf. I did the Vupu X217. Anything that'll rock a 30 that's centered like that, like my G-Class, that's doing my kind of mod. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the way that X217 looked. But Vupu is on this mirrored finish kick right now. That X217 was a scratch magnet, a fingerprint magnet.
And like this Alpha Zip, I don't, it's got kind of a little bit more of a sheen to it, just the regular one. But like the regular, I don't know, it fingerprints, but not too bad. But that gold, you can bet your ass that motherfucker's gonna fingerprint like a son of a bitch.
I actually like that though, man. Yeah, I kind of like the retro, kind of old school SIG box look like that, man. I like that.
Yeah, but it's actually kind of small too. I mean, like hell,
it's a lot smaller.
It's pretty tiny.
Well, yeah, but look at the mini. It's really not that. It's not that much mini.
Not that damn much smaller, really.
Yeah, definitely lighter. Holy shit, is it lighter?
It makes that damn Peacemaker look even taller. Though.
I know, dude. You said it next to a Rebirth, and it's almost the same fucking height.
Dude, there's a fun fact. I don't have any reviewer products. Never thought about it. I have one, the Drop. It's the only reviewer product I ever bought. Never bought any mic stuff. It wasn't like personal. Just never got around to it, man.
But I'll tell you right now, the one thing that I dig about reviewer products is very simple. Okay, reviewers get their hands on so much bullshit. I mean, there's no getting around it. Especially reviewers that have been around 4, 5, 6, 7 fucking years. They get their hands on so much shit that they see what works and what doesn't.
What doesn't? Absolutely.
So, I mean, like you look at the recurve, the original recurve. You look at that and you're like, okay, there's been a couple of devices that have had similar ideas, and Mike just refined it. That's all he had to do. He just refined it, changed the angle of the airflow. Boom, done. Simple. Very, very simple design, and he just changed the barrel on it. Now, granted, my stupid ass, I get the thing, and I'm dropping fucking .12 parallel builds in the motherfucker, and Mike's like, well, no wonder it's getting so hot. And I was like, yeah, but it vapes.
Yeah, I like that, though, and that is true. And I think a lot of it was there for a while. We knew, or I don't say we knew, but we know a lot of times companies just like to slap reviewer names on shit. And I gotta give that. I don't think Mike Vapes has ever done that. I truly believe he designs his shit. I truly believe TBC designs his shit.
Hold on. We're just gonna roll with this for a minute. We're just
Absolutely. It's
banner back and forth, baby. Banner back and forth.
4 or 5.
It's literally making my drunkenness all like woo.
Somebody, please, for the love of God, stop the world from spinning.
I will say this. Whoever designed it had great taste.
So I've got a couple issues. One is, what is with all the graphics on box mods? I mean, I'm very much a clean and classy. Like, I love the black or the stainless.
What are you talking about? All this bullshit?
Yeah, that or the what is it? The splatter paint or the graffiti on some of those.
Hold on. I got you.
Don't do it.
Oh
Jesus!
Jesus Christ!
China thinks we just like graffiti. That we graffiti every fucking thing.
Without a doubt,
need to get out of LA.
Without a doubt, it looks like that mod was made out of the metal taken off of an old train box car from the 90s.
Look, when I tell everybody that, because like you talk to other reviewers and you talk to people that go to expos, right? And everybody always says, don't take your expensive shit into the show because if somebody walks off with it, you want to be feeling all right with this. This motherfucker is going into expo with me in September.
The only thing that would go to the expo. this piece of shit. No one's gonna want to steal this piece of shit.
Well, the funny part is that I was actually debating on taking my drone and my ThinkVape Finder. But I want to see a motherfucker walk out of there with those because both of them have my fucking face on them.
Yeah, that's good.
Go ahead and tell me that shit ain't mine, motherfucker.
Oh, really? What's my face doing on this thing?
Yeah, they're going to be like, no, man, this is mine. Go ahead, show me the lock screen, bitch. Oh, yeah, wait a second. Show me the main screen. Here, hold the fuck up. Wait, that's my fucking logo, motherfucker.
Everybody. What up, Shane? How you doing, buddy? I love that, man.
Shit, we lost the goat.
No.
Something had to have happened because there's no way that he killed the camera and muted that quick. That was like perfectly in unison.
That's usually an internet thing.
Hotkey system.
Hey, I got to give daps to Bob Ellis, man. I love that. Speaking of just, designer shit and slapping your name, he said explain the dead, grab it. I love that.
I'm sorry, Jared, but Vaping Joe M has already told me I have to bring the Chroma mod to the expo with us.
Well, that's the thing.
You can't lose that thing. Nothing over 4 feet ever comes back on its own.
Oh, if I'm not using it,
Your wife comes back.
There's a difference, though. I'm married to her.
If I'm not using it, it stays in its box.
And here's the thing, though. If she doesn't come back, then I know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Call me first.
No. If I find out that something's going on between you two, then there's some problems, and you're going to be a dead man. You know you will be.
Just know I will take care of my son.
It's my boy, not yours.
Correction. No, correction. Mine.
No, he's my son.
And Truckin', you question why I call this show Dysfunctional Family.
I can already hear it and feel it now.
Okay, serious question.
I always like the Think Vape better. I think the Think Vape just looked cooler than Triad. I know it's about the same damn mod, but something about the Think Vape I just like better than Triad. I don't know why. It's always did.
It has a sticker. It has a sticker.
And see, I think the other thing I like about it is like maybe something about that lift, man. That little platform on top of the 510 is anything bigger than a 28 kind of left this weird gap sometimes in between the top of the mod. And I like the way that one looks better. For some reason, it doesn't seem to be as high as the Triad. Maybe I'm wrong. It just looks better.
No. It's literally the same top cap with just different
okay.
stamp.
Salad has a question.
I've only seen those in black, so maybe I only seen those in black. It just looks better. I don't know. I like maybe that's it. Maybe it's more of an illusion thing.
The question I have is mainly for Willow, the Go, and Kinkali.
Kinkali?
I don't know why.
Kinkali, are you here, Kinkali?
And I'm the one that's drunk here.
Yeah, you're pulling some Jacob Clare stuff. Yeah.
When you wind up on this channel?
Absolutely butchered my name. Yeah.
Marbles.
I
am a butcher of things.
For about 4.5 hours.
Anyway, ask your question, brother. Ask your question.
I'm sure you guys will be going over it in your private videos and whatnot, but the lawsuit against the FDA, how do you three feel about that? I mean, be honest.
I don't personally think it's going to gain enough traction to do anything.
I don't either.
Not in the long term.
No.
I think on the short term, if it gets public attention, which I don't think it will, there's been so much bullshit to press the public opinion, or should I say oppress the public opinion against vaping to begin with, that I don't think that the news media outlets alone are even really going to touch it too much. I think it's pretty much going to be vape magazines and offshoots of regular news media that may touch on it a little bit, but for the most part, somebody going after the FDA. And here's the problem with it, okay? They're going to go after the FDA, and I know that I've read through the whole fucking court case, the basis of the court case. I understand what they're trying to do. Okay, I wholeheartedly understand what they're trying to do, and I understand the premise of them saying, "Okay, will you make this fucking easier so we can get this done?" Okay, so I
had to make the joke.
It's all right.
I heard it from a friend of mine, 24/7. He goes, "Do you now? Do you really?"
Yeah.
Shut up! I'm gonna fucking choke you.
No, but I mean, basically, the premise behind the entire lawsuit is really simple. It's not the time frame. Okay, it's a matter of how complex the PMTAs are in comparison to meeting within that time frame.
Yeah.
The problem is that a lot of people have skewed it to where, like, you can see it on a few different shows that people have said, oh, they're trying to sue them to extend the deadline. The fuck they are. There's no extending the deadline. The FDA has no control over that deadline at this point.
No.
The court case was passed. It's done. The fucking Supreme Court said, get fucked. You're getting this shit done in 10 months. You dragged your ass on it long enough. And that was against the FDA. So nobody's going to sue the FDA into something that they already have a fucking judgment against them for.
Well, it's not the time frame. It's how difficult it is. It's the amount of red tape that they got to go through to get to that time frame.
Exactly.
The complaint is that there was never the actual directive on how to get it done. So that's the dumbed down version for the rest of us that they don't understand legalese. So the problem is that you've had these guidelines where you need to get your PMTAs done since it's been almost 4 years.
Yeah.
So why weren't you asking for the guidance then?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
New money.
Yeah.
New fucking money. Let's just play it for what the fuck it is.
As my grandfather used to say, it's about the almighty dollar.
Right.
But here's the problem, though. Okay, there's a difference between it being about the almighty dollar and then about the fact of somebody who got a fuck ton of money in a short period of time and doesn't know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
That is the big goddamn hiccup with the fucking vape industry right now. Is you look at the last 4 years of the industry went from being a fairly underground situation. Okay, everything was much higher priced, because it was just harder to get your fucking hands on the shit. The clone market was insanely abound because everything was so fucking expensive. And then all of a sudden, some of the clone companies decided, okay, fuck this. We're just going to make our own fucking shit. I mean, you look at Smoke Tech. They shortened their fucking name down to Smoke. All of a sudden, boom, we're going to sell our shit for half the fucking price.
Pro was a clone company in the beginning, were they not?
Yeah, Pro was a clone company until midway last year.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, okay, fucking
Isn't that irony?
it was a fucking clone company. I mean,
EH Pro is a clone company known for ripping off people's ideas. And who did they go and team up with?
yeah, but I mean, at the same time,
That's cute.
yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, you can look at it from the other side of the coin, though, too. Yes, they did name slap, but at the same time, I talk to Vaping with Vic frequently. One of his biggest stances for the last 12 months is that if he was going to go with any company whatsoever, that he was going to have complete control over his design. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I forgot. I kind of take that back. I forgot about the big thing. I was actually talking about the cold steel. My bad.
Yeah, no. You're good, though.
My bad on that.
Well, and the thing is that the original Cold Steel was actually the original Cold Steel 100, but it was delayed because of the Ambitions
Coil
stuff.
Changes.
We'll put it that way. This was actually the second edition, but it actually released first because it was just one and done. There you go. Simple. It's out the fucking door. So, EH Pro was a clone company. Yeehee was a clone company. Fucking Smoke Tech was a clone company. There's so many. Fucking SIG started out as a clone company. There's so many companies that started out as clone companies. And they started what we now know as the mainstream. And that's really what just opened the fucking eyes of the mainstream. But the problem with it is that as soon as the mainstream market hit, the FDA and Big Pharma both looked at it and went, whoa, what the fuck? Because all of a sudden there was product abound. And everybody and their fucking mother was like, oh shit, this is cheap now, fuck off.
Yeah, we don't give a damn. We found what we need.
Yeah, and so now you've got companies abroad, whether mostly China, but you've got companies abroad that don't want to finance back towards the industry because they're selling all over the world.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You figure a lot of us run under the shitty misconception that the United States is the biggest vaping industry in the world, and I'm here to tell you that is incorrect.
No, it's in China.
No, it's not.
Really?
It's Russia.
Yep, I was going to say Russia.
Oh.
Russia actually has the highest gross per capita vape industry. We are second. In the industry. But Russia is I think it was 1.25 times the sales that we do.
Yeah.
Which don't sound like a whole lot, but by mass scale, it's a big difference.
Yeah, you figure right now the rough estimate of vapors in the United States is somewhere between 13 and 15 million. Okay. Now that seems like a big fucking number until you look at the mass populace of the country, and then we're like a fucking speck. We're like that one grain of sand on the beach. Okay. You look at Russia, and they're 22 million plus vapors. You know, and think about the Russia time frame too, man. Buying shit from 3F Vape and 3C Vape and 3A Vape and, you know, and fucking Fast Stick. Fuck, the goddamn ship time's probably 4 days, you know, compared to our 3 months, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you order from those companies here, you might as well go ahead and order something else tomorrow because that should be outdated by the time you get it.
Right.
And like you were saying, Jared, the U.S. has 315 million current known citizens.
Yes.
As the 13 to 15 million of them being vapors. Russia, 144.5 million as of the 2017 census, and 22 plus million. So their numbers are proportionally larger than ours.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, per capita, fucking huge. Way more than ours. Half our population and damn near twice as many vapors versus twice the population and half as many vapors.
Yeah, and the problem is that we have the American sensibility, okay? Which I'll explain. The American sensibility is simple. We are big enough that people will listen if we stomp our foot.
Oh, yeah.
That is not the fucking case. None of the China companies are going to sit there and fund us like we think they should. Like, you know, because, I mean, we are a big chunk of their fucking sales. But the thing of it is that nobody's saying that they're going to stop the product from coming in. Now, they may run customs charges and all sorts of fucking wild shit from there. But nobody's saying that they're going to stop the product from coming in. What they're wanting to do is fucking the industry within the country. You know, they're wanting to stop the juice companies. They're wanting to stop, you know, American-made products. And the funny part is that they're not even actually touching base on the products being made here. They're just talking about the products being sold here. So the companies that are making product here can still make product here and still sell it out of the country. So, you know, and they're not even going to get hit by all the extra tariffs that all the Chinese companies are getting hit by coming into the country.
Yeah.
If anything, they're going to get a tax break for selling out of the country. So, you know, companies like Kennedy and Purge and shit like that, they're actually probably going to end up coming out better in this on the short term because it's not going to hit them as hard because they can still do all their business, do all their sales, and they have such an established fucking company and such an established name to begin with anyway that everybody knows that they have quality product. You know, so it's like, hey man, I got a tax break for this too. Ha! You know,
it's gonna make Purge even bigger.
The other issue with that lawsuit is that you probably are not going to find a federal judge who's going to touch it with, you know, I don't want to say an injunction, but basically a decision already been made as far as the PMTA deadline. So the most that they can do is push it to an appellate, and you know, there you go. Yeah,
and you figure because the initial basis is they're trying to go straight to the Supreme Court with it, and it's like you said, they're not going to go there. There is no Supreme Court justice out there that's going to sit there and waste their fucking time with something as I hate to put it this way, but with something as little as minutia. You know, because that's really what it is. What it all comes down to paperwork. The Supreme Court doesn't care about fucking paperwork unless it's got their signature on it that says big fucking things, you know. So you're right. They're going to kick it to a fucking appellate and let them deal with it. But the amount of time that's going to pass is going to surpass the amount of the 10-month guideline, you know. So by the time it even happens, half of the fucking companies, I mean, it's like I said, it's going to go one of two ways. Either there's going to be a bunch of smaller companies that are going to join forces so they can get the PMTA done, or they're going to shut their fucking doors.
Yep.
I mean, that's really the only options that they've got. They either join forces, get themselves together, and say, okay, fine, we got to get this fucking done because we're going to be buried otherwise. And I feel bad for them. I feel legitimately bad because there are companies out there that have been around post the 2016 deadline or the 2016 date, you know, and they've come out and they've made very good product. And it's like, God damn, you poor sons of bitches, you came in at the wrong fucking time of this. So, you know, and unfortunately companies like that, yes, they should do their research. But again, the American mentality, we'll research it when we have to, you know.
Well, a lot of them looked at it as the Wild West. You know, we're making money hand over fist. While there is regulation, there was not enforcement.
Right.
So let's just keep pushing the envelope. Well, you know, it's all about to close down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's like, you know, I've had so many people since Judge Grimm signed off on that judgment. Okay, so many people have asked me the same question. I respond the exact same way every time. Is the vaping industry doomed? No.
No.
No, it's not. For the hobbyist vapor, no. one way or another, you are going to be able to get product. You're going to be able to buy it. Will it become more expensive? Possibly. There's a damn good bet of it. So you better have your fucking ducks in a row with, potential, because I'm telling you fucking right goddamn now that underground juice is already becoming a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do not talk about Fight Club. Right. Tyler said no. But, underground juice companies are going to absolutely become a thing. They already are becoming a thing. I already know 3 of them that are now selling anal lube. Just saying. Who the fuck, man, you tell me one USPS fucking worker that's going to want to open a box that says it's fucking being shipped, they're shipping anal lube. Ain't one motherfucker, especially if there's juice leakage. Come the fuck on, man. Everybody going to be like, nope, I ain't touching that shit. Just get this motherfucker down the line. Nope.
Jesus.
Nope, I didn't
It smells
see
like blueberries. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I'll open that box and whip it out.
Right.
Would. No, knowing him, he would.
He'd be like, smells like
Lube.
blueberries. Does it taste like it?
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Why did I know that was going to come out? I just fucking knew that was about to come out.
You don't have to be around him long to know just what kind of commentary he's going to let out.
No, me and his private chats get quite entertaining at times. They really do. They really do. Because it's like all serious, and then, oh, by the way, there goes your balls. just a reminder, you still got them.
Oh, I can't wait till I get my new chair.
My chair, this fucking new chair that I got in February or late January, this thing makes me sound like I'm shitting my pants all the time during reviews because it's popping all the time.
I'm getting a new chair for my birthday.
I need to lose weight. Maybe my chair will stop popping at me.
He'll stop screaming at you.
And I'll be like, dude. You have exceeded the product capacity.
You have exceeded the weight limit of this device.
Right.
And that's why I don't go on elevators a whole lot, because when I step on an elevator, I can somewhat feel the thing move when I step on it.
Take into account my problem, okay? Couple my vertigo with the fact that I can hear everything that's going on inside of my body anyway, including even wearing shoes. I can hear everything that goes on with my feet. So if I'm touching something, I can hear it. So imagine riding in an elevator and not only having severe vertigo, but then hearing every little mechanism that's going on with the elevator. Oh, no. I hate elevators.
Had to get some of that grape drink, baby. Woo!
Oh, shit.
Jay Hayes, what's up, brother?
Stress is wing. What the hell is he talking about?
For the chair.
Quarter of the way here. My chair.
Oh, shit.
My chair!
Hey.
Hay is for horses. Buy
In all seriousness, I want to say thank you, Jared, for that lawsuit rundown. That was fucking amazing.
my wife.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, the truth, the unfortunate truth behind the entire situation is, it's really everything's such a gray area right now. I mean, I pretty much any hobbyist vapor out there knows the first fucking thing, because it's all about the children. It's all about the children. So you know what they're going to go after? They're going to go after neck salts. They're going to go after fucking pod systems. They're going to go after all-in-one systems. That's going to be the target practice for the fucking FDA and Congress. First and foremost, because those are the ultra-portable systems. Those are the ones that kids can tuck in their pockets and clean.
TKAT, the waifu says good night.
And then you have the what is the new Juul where you actually have to activate the device, but you don't have to activate the device. You seen that one?
Yeah.
You're supposed to go through a age verification, but evidently it fires right out of the box. So
Jill did this?
much like Yeehee's Bluetooth. What's that?
Jill did this?
Yeah, Juul did this.
I understand.
Yeah, they've got a new device coming out that basically it might already be out. So you're supposed to go through an age verification process before the device will fire. However, from what I've seen, it fires out of the box. So try it.
Fires out of the box, Jesus.
Here's your participation trophy. Thank you.
Right. I didn't want to say it, but goddamn, you're right. What's it gonna do? Thumbprint ID you and do it like carbon dating on you and shit, you know, and become a fucking one, you know.
Fuck.
Mom, you borrow your license.
That's why the Face app came out.
Yeah.
Everyone is 70.
Well, Proby is having some technical difficulties.
I'll say yeah, because I got the chat on my phone right here, and it seems fine.
I don't know. I'm not looking at it.
Refresh it.
Refresh.
Well, Coil's in Scotland, so
Yeah, I was say it could be that Scottish internet.
That's Scottish internet.
That's my chair that I'm getting.
That looks like almost like a torture device of some nature. That's like something they put you into, like.
Holy, you went.
Oh, yeah.
It looks comfy as hell.
It is comfy.
does it have like foldable stirrups that come out of it, or is it?
That's my chair.
Yeah.
That's my chair.
Yeah.
It actually does. Okay.
It looks like the chair should do like 200 miles an hour. Like, literally. The chair should haul ass. Like, it looks like a fucking racing seat.
Yeah, dude, my chair is one of those racing seat ones.
Oh, shit. Now that's rad.
Yeah.
I got a footstool on mine.
Oh, kiss my ass.
Oh no, just
it has a
wait,
little
just
pillow.
wait. When I start streaming on Twitch for my iRacing, the chair I'm going to be in is going to look exactly like the one from NASCAR.
Like, I'm serious.
It's gonna be a
man.
bucket seat?
Everybody's got these cool gaming chairs and shit. I'm sitting on a fucking bar stool.
Well, the one.
Wow.
What the fuck?
It's like every.
If you go on Best Buy, they should have something.
Just
That's where I got mine.
just order from Wish, Will. You'll get it in 6 to 8 months.
I'll give it
Oh
back.
yeah, with a fucking dildo attached to it.
That's the thing.
We're not talking about your truck.
I'll leave it. I should be old enough for hip replacements and shit by the time it arrives.
Dude, the worst part about it is he's not wrong.
Oh, I'm serious, man. You think like 3FA and some of these fucking vaping companies are bad? Order something for Wish. Shit.
No,
You
Willow.
definitely call it Wish because you wish that shit would get here before the fucking year's over.
right,
That's
hey.
why it's called Wish.
I actually haven't had an issue with Wish.
All right, Willow, you've seen the pictures of that truck I bought, right? That little maroon Colorado that I bought.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a police tow. Okay,
Really?
it was just a
Oh,
car stop.
no.
Yeah, I bought it from a tow service on a salvage title, but it was a police stop. The chick wouldn't get out of the truck. Cops tried to open the door, ripped the fucking driver's side door handle off. So then they fucking batoned the window out and yanked the bitch out the truck. So
Change
then
that.
yeah, no. Just shackled her ass, took her off. Truck got towed. She never come back to get the truck. So of course, when they got their salvage title on it, they go to clean the truck out. 27 dildos and vibrators in the truck.
Oh shit!
I am not fucking kidding you. They had them sit. Okay, now here's the dumb shit. All right, there's a $250 K&N
It
air.
almost makes me wonder, like the gear shift you reach has like a rubber dick.
Like, did she go to Costco to get him? I mean, Jesus.
Hey, you know what? That had to have been the best car stop ever. Okay, because I mean, every hole was attacked. I fucking promised.
The funny thing is, though, is you had to search her really good, obviously. You know she has had plenty of practice hiding shit. So you had to really get up in there, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well,
driving
it was-
in deep.
When we
I'm
were
gonna need help over here.
when we were cleaning the truck out, me and my son were cleaning the truck out. It was so fucking gross in the truck that I had to take the front seats out of the fucking thing just so I could clean the carpets. And I didn't have the heart to tell my 14-year-old because he's helping me clean the carpets out. But as soon as we put the carpet cleaner down, it smelled like fucking sweaty ass crack and fucking like rotten vagina. It was just foul as fuck up the truck. And of course he goes, "Oh my god, what is that smell?" And I was like, "It's just dingy carpet."
Oh my lord.
Dude, it was-
Oh my lord. It's like, what does that smell? I'll tell you when you're 18.
Right.
Just keep
No
that.
learning time.
Yeah. Wrong party. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my lord. Dude,
That fish market should close its doors.
that's some episode of cop shit right there. Like,
Well, it's like, after I buy the truck, these assholes, then they tell me after I buy the fucking thing, right? Because I'm driving home, got a busted out window in the fucking truck, so I got plenty of airflow, and I got most of crew caps, I got all the other 3 windows down anyway, so it's not that bad. I get home, I put some rec wrap over the window, and I let it sit for like 3 days, and I go open the door, and I'm like, God damn, this thing stinks, man. And then, so of course, I messaged a guy at the tow lot, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck was in this truck? Was there like vacuum Bob? And he sends me a picture of all these dildos and vibrators sitting on the fucking tonneau cover. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, oh, they were under the seats and in the glove box and in the fucking console. And he said they were under the back seat. I was like, oh, you fucking prick. You could have
slam on the brakes, a gaggle of dicks come rolling out from under the seat and shit.
We had some people rob the Hustler store like 3-4 months ago. I wonder if it's the same people.
I guess you could say Rip Tripper's old saying, truck full of damn dildos or something. I guess that takes it to a whole new level.
It gives a whole new meaning to the term on a pickup truck, 6-inch lift. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fuck me. Makes me wonder what she did for a living. Maybe she was like a juggler or something. Maybe she...
I'm in love with a stripper.
Behind in that pole.
Maybe
her profession.
It could be, we're going to these disposable Sumbo tanks, so maybe it's just disposable dildos.
Right. Batteries.
She was probably a personal plumber.
When it smelled anything like the inside of the truck, I imagine you'd probably want to throw that motherfucker away when you got time.
Dude, trust me, when the time comes, the front seats are gone. I promise.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Disposable dick. Sounds like she had a disposable poon. She should have got rid of that son of a bitch a long time ago. It was far past the shelf life. And just like, maybe they're like testers.
Just be like, ma'am, that flag should be retired.
Oh, man. The best poon doesn't have an expiration date. It's got a mileage marker.
Maybe she was like really into anal. Maybe that's what the problem.
I mean, was she a rental or something?
Dude. Listen, here's the funny thing. They told me that this chick is still calling to try to get her truck back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, shit. Bitch slam packed. Truck 2. Oh, wow. That's a hell of a note. That's a whew.
Yeah, that's one of those
good and seizure.
Oh, God.
Goodness gracious.
God.
Sounds like she wanted to be handcuffed. She's probably into that shit.
Well, see, and it looks like such a nice little truck now. It really does. Before,
can get the dildo and anal lube smell out of it, though. It's a great truck.
look, I'm going to tell you right now, worst car I've ever bought. I swear to God, the worst car I ever bought.
I swear to God, I did.
I swear to God, oh Lord Almighty. Worst car I ever bought. I went out, these fuckers here locally, I know where I'm talking about. I went to Blue Springs, met up with a guy at a Quick Trip, and he had this 1995 Toyota Avalon for like $1,000. And I'm like, okay, all right, go check out the car. It needs a muffler. That's it. Like, literally. Looking at it from the outside, I'm like, man, so what's wrong with it? Man, there's a smell in it. I just can't get it out of there. The guy literally worked at the nuclear plant just south of DeSoto, Kansas.
Holy shit.
Okay, so he's driving basically 52 miles one way to work. So, and the entire time, he's just smoking it the fuck up in his car. Now, what makes matters worse is that he's got like probably the most beautiful Jerry curls you've ever seen in your life. Okay, I mean, we're talking like fucking Coming to America. Just let your snow grow. Jesus. So we got some wicked Jerry curl going on, and then we got like crazy weed smoking going on in this car daily for like 6 years. I get in the car, and I swear to God, it smelled like Afro Sheen and old crusty ass bong water up in this car.
Like a Run DMC video shoot.
It literally took me 3 fucking months to get the smell out of that car. My wife refused to ride in it after the first time. She was like, no, this motherfucker, no. I was like, this is like a college party that won't go away.
Yeah, you're hearing hits from the bong every time you get in the car.
Dude, it was in the headliner.
Pick it, pack it, fire it up, come along, and take the hit from the bong.
Did anyone else have an issue that the guy working at the nuclear plant was just fucking high the entire time he's there? I mean, let's talk a little deeper about this.
Yeah, well, but see,
red button.
Yeah, here's the problem. Though. He was a coolant tower engineer.
He be looking at that button like, I am Groot.
Yeah, Salad, you heard that right. He was a coolant tower engineer. He was. He was high as balls, basically keeping that place from melting down.
What do you know?
Homer Simpson.
Dude.
No, he's keeping himself from melting down as well as the tower.
He was literally high 2 ways from Sunday. He was high mentally and he was high physically.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, driving from Blue Springs to south of DeSoto, get fucked. Oh hell no, I'd be drunk. What else you gonna do? There is nothing along the way other than Overland Park, Kansas. It's just
Nope.
It's like, okay, look, we're in Lee Summit, we're in the Hood, we're in Overland Park. Well, now we're nowhere for like 45 minutes. Fuck off.
45 minutes.
We have time to look around here.
Oh shit!
Where?
Now the best part, the headrest for the car, it literally had the Coming to America look stained into it.
Was it Soul Glow? Is that what it was?
Dude, it looked like it.
So greasy in the back.
I swear to God, there was a permanent imprint on that headrest.
Oh my!
I had to get one
Like somebody-
fucking salvage yard just because I couldn't get it out.
They're like somebody set a bucket of chicken on your headrest for like 2 years. Just in there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, dude, I tried everything. I ended up that car. It was white with light tan interior, and it had a dark brown. It had a dark brown driver's side headrest because I could not get the fucking shit out of the other headrest. So I used whatever one would fit the motherfucker in a junkyard, and I stuck it in the car. My kid was like,
You see that, Jay? What Cole posted about it being a white truck?
Yeah.
It was like just saying about the white van shit. Yeah.
Oh
That was
god!
funny. I totally forgot about that. I just saw it.
"That's funny."
So there's an inside joke. We were live at one point, and Willow gets this. What was it? It was a Amber Alert, right? So Willow gets an Amber Alert in the middle of the live show. It's for a white van, and somehow Coil Proby owns a white van.
So like now there's white van jokes floating around because as we're talking about, I think it was Minnesota Clouds was the kitty diddler that week in the vape game. And
Free candy, you sexy bastards.
So we made a free candy and white van.
You gotta do it right. It's popsicles.
And I'll be damned if it don't come up. And then here comes the Amber Alert, looking for a white van. So now we've all passed it around to who's got the white van for sale. So needless to say, Coil's the proud owner of the white van at the moment. God, that was funny. That was so fucked up.
You let your brother borrow your van
everywhere where Coil goes, there's an Amber Alert. That's disturbing.
Well, then he tells us that he can basically drive around Scotland in about 4 hours, the entire country. So
Yeah, I was unaware of that. I had no idea. Well, as much golf, I always thought golf was big in Scotland, so I figured they had plenty of, they got these golf courses, so I assumed it was bigger than that. But he said you can drive around the whole country in about 4 or 5 hours. Shit, you can't drive from here to the end of Alabama, 4 or 5 hours.
Well, dude, the entire country of the United Kingdom can fit in Texas. I mean, have lots of room to spare.
That's actually what we were talking about. We were actually talking about Disney World, and I guess it's because I'm close to Florida, I made a comment. I'm like, shit, for me to drive to Key West, Florida, it's like 26 hours. It's that long. So then we started talking about Texas. So shit, you can't drive across Texas. It takes damn near 24 hours if you drive the width of it. I mean, that's a fucking
Salad. Salad. What's yours and my record to get to Canada?
From where we are to her place is 13 and a half.
Bigger than Scotland.
God.
Scotland.
Oh, shit.
It'll get elephant eye.
Cheers.
Hell, I think my best trip ever was from Kansas City to Atlanta and back with no stops in 40 hours.
Damn, you must have had a piss really bad.
Yeah, dude, we're just going to say lots of piss bottles. I was 17 and I had a friend that needed to be there yesterday. So,
damn.
Yeah, there was literally, all we did was stop for fuel. That was it.
Oh, at 17, I could have done it. Because that would have been just
Dude, I felt like the walking fucking dead. I got home and I was like, man, I got to work today. Fuck that.
Them first 20 hours.
All right, we're all good. Time to go to work.
I'd have ate enough biking and done enough blow that I'd have been clinched to the wheel. And just...
See, dude, I'm telling you right now, I swear to God, you had to have been, when you were like 16, 17, you had to have been that weekend 8-ball guy. You really had to have been. I swear to God. You had to be that one motherfucker that would show up to the dealer. Yeah, you had to be that one
An
guy.
8-ball. It'll last us all weekend.
Right.
Started. Never
2
seen
days.
that.
2 days in. Let's get another 8-ball.
Fuck 2 days, dude. 3 hours.
That's how it
Yeah,
started.
you're right. 3 hours in. Look at this another 8-ball.
It used to be an 8-ball to alive, right, on the weekends. And then me being the thrifty guy that I am, you know, Monday would roll around, and I'd be like, what am I going to do with this little bitty bit of cocaine left? I mean, it's not going to make it to the weekend. I got to be at work in the morning. You know, I'll just save it for in the morning. And then, you know, next weekend, you know, we double up a little bit, and then Tuesday comes around. It's like, well, what am I going to do with this little bit of cocaine? It's not going to make it to the weekend. Then Wednesday rolls around the next week, and then from there it just kind of went. And I learned it's only binge drug using. It's not really a bender.
Okay.
But I'm doing great right now.
I got a buddy of mine named Keith. When we was all 17 to 20 range, this motherfucker, they were doing these. They made a 3-liter gravity bong, right? And everybody got a $50 bet on this motherfucker that nobody can cash this thing out in one hit. Now, right. So, and like Keith is the one dude. Like he's kind of like the Mike Vapes of weed. Okay, so he's like Captain fucking Iron Lung of fucking smoking weed.
Just ready to hit it. Looks at him and goes, "You're fucked."
Yeah, dude. No, he walked up. Everybody else is hitting this thing. It can't barely hit half this motherfucker. And he's like, you guys are a bunch of bitches. He said, just put your fucking money on the table. They're like, you ain't doing shit. And he's like, put your fucking money on the table. This dude cashed this whole fucking 3-liter out, right? And it was like, all right. And he stood there and smoke starts coming out of the corners of his eyes. And he's just sitting there holding this shit in. And we're like, you all right, dude? And he went through a wall. And it was just like, damn. All right, dude, he went through both parts of the wall. He woke up like 2 hours later, had a fucking concussion, big old goose egg on the back of his head, and he said we just left him laying there too. That was the worst part. Like he's laying there all bent over, fucked up in the wall. And we just left him there. Because he wakes up, he's like, "What the fuck happened?" It's like, "Motherfucker, you just won $500." He's like, "I feel like I just lost 1,000 because I need to go to the hospital."
Overload.
Well, this is the same guy that somebody gave him some fucking LSD one night just for fun.
Oh, shit.
And he started, he destroyed.
Next thing you know, he's out in the front yard, tipping on every blade of grass going, sorry.
You know what? No, they gave him the shit because he was just like, what is it? And they were like, well, it's LSD. And he goes, I've never done that. Give me some. So he did it. Like 20 fucking minutes later, he's on this back screen porch, which is a second level screen porch, okay? And it's probably 20 foot wide by about 10 foot deep. And he's literally ripping all the screen down, screaming that it's yelling at him, and freaking the fuck out, just ripping all the fucking windows out of the screened-in porch. And this is like probably a $10,000 screen porch, just ripping this motherfucker apart. And when he gets done, he's chucking the shit into the backyard. We're like, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes,
stop screaming at me.
Well, first he says it's yelling at him. Then he said he was in prison, and then he jumped off the balcony.
No question. First floor or second? You said it was second floor, right?
Second floor.
So it's a good 10-foot drop.
About 14. But yeah. So and Keith is 5'6", 480 pounds.
Oh shit!
Okay. So we're talking like
They're watching a bowling ball drop off.
Dude, it was like watching a beluga whale jump off this motherfucker. Okay. Yeah. The worst part is the house that we were at was my buddy Sean's. He jumps out the back and lands on Sean's Honda Civic and pancakes this motherfucker. Okay, like the valve cover went through the hood.
Oh my god.
Keith broke one of his legs, fractured his skull, broke both of his fucking hands, broke one arm, broke like 17 fucking ribs, and then he got up.
He gets up like it's no tomorrow.
Yeah, like he got up and he was like,
go.
Well, he kind of
go to the hospital like now.
Yeah, we're like, dude, and he just climbs off the car and he's like, man, I flew, thud. That's just all he said was, man, I flew, and then just fell the fuck over. And of course, it takes 6 of us to get him in the fucking truck. So we got to take him to the hospital, and they're like, what the fuck happened to him? We're like, he fell out a window. I mean, how do you explain that? You know,
it's got close to the truth.
Well, there was no window left. But it was pretty much just a deck at that point. It was a deck.
But you can at least, it looks believable. If the cops ever came over, ripped that screen, it would have been believable.
Oh yeah, exactly. Dude, Sean's Honda was so fucked though, and this was like right back in the tuner days, man. Right when just before Fast and the Furious hit, so he's got like 20 grand wrapped up in the Civic or the Frankenstein motor in it, and he's all excited about this car. Oh yeah. This fucking car was like probably 2.5 feet tall,
and then
oh yeah, just squished that. It was like dropping another car on it. It was fucking terrible.
Well,
that's what I was thinking. It was like dropping a Del Sol on top of a Civic. I mean, it had to have done some serious damage to that car.
Oh yeah, it fucked that car up.
Insurance wasn't going to be able to cover all that.
Oh hell no! Didn't even have insurance on it. He had just got done. He just got done building it. He hadn't even road tested it. No, he hadn't even road tested the car yet.
Oh, what an idiot! Though, why wouldn't you insure that?
Was he the one that gave him the LSD? That's a better question.
Oh, serves you right.
Yeah.
There's your problem, motherfucker. Next time, make sure your shit's insured.
So that tab of LSD cost him a screened-in porch and a Honda Civic. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the worst part about it was it was his mom's house.
Oh,
he's fucked.
Well, no, see, his mom had a stroke, so she was living at her grandparents' or at his granddad's house. And so this place basically turned into the party house for like 2.5 years while she was recouping. And dude, there is so much shit, okay? So much shit that we did in this house. Like, this house was so fucking disgusting when we got done with it. There was literally rats, okay, the size of possums that hung out around this house. Like big-ass sewer rats. We're talking like New York rats, all right?
Yeah, like the kind that can go, oh, look, raid.
Yeah, exactly. But there was one that always came in the house, and we always tried to kill it, but we were always so drunk and stoned that we could never get the fucking thing dead. Like, these idiots, literally, 4 of them shot each other. Okay, there was a wine cellar in this old-ass house, okay? There's no lights in this wine cellar. These idiots went in there with fucking, like 6 guns into a room with no fucking lights, with no lights. It's like 8 by 8. Okay,
that's like
this fucking rat. They're all fucked up, and it's like we're all sitting in the basement going, "This ain't gonna end well." And all of a sudden, it sounds like fucking Beirut for about 12 seconds. We're like, "What the fuck just happened?" These motherfuckers come out limping. One of them got a bullet hole through his bicep. Another one shot in the ass. Another one got a bullet in the eye and shit. One of them got a chunk off of his ear and shit. He's like, "I think we got him." Motherfucking rat come limping the fuck out with a bullet hole in him and just left the house. It was like, what the fuck? You shot that many rounds off and it barely winged this motherfucker. What is wrong with you?
He's living out this place like, y'all fucking... He's living out this place going, y'all are fucking crazy. I'm out of this bitch.
Dude, rat comes out and rolls his sleeves up. Bunch of fucking pussy. See you bitches Thursday. Just no good deal there.
We tried, honest to God, we tried to kill this rat for a year. It was the only one that would come in the house. We actually ended up nicknaming him OG because he had a hell of a limp because we broke his leg so many times. But, like, this thing would steal your food. Like, if you set a beer down, it would steal your beer. If you set a bag of Taco Bell down, the bag was gone. I mean, this fucking, like, if you tried to fucking take anything from it, it hiss at you. It was like, and just fucking run off with your shit. You're like, what the fuck? So, I mean, we beat this thing with ball bats. They fucking threw it through a wall. I mean, threw it off the fucking balcony. I chopped its tail off with a machete, for fuck's sake. Dude, I'm telling you, this thing was like, my buddy Sean, okay, the guy who had the flattened fucking Honda, shot this thing in the head with a 357 and put a fucking groove across the top of its head, blew one of its eyes out. So then this thing just doing his ghetto limp with one eye and shit, so they nicknamed it OG and just stopped trying to kill it.
Hell, at that point, you should have just fucking named it Lucky.
Yeah, at that point, it's a roommate.
They started feeding it.
Oh.
They literally would buy bean burritos just like whenever we went to Taco Bell, because there was a Taco Bell like a half a mile down the road. They just buy like 1 or 2 bean burritos and just set them out for the rat. They're like, fuck it, he gonna steal this shit anyway. Might as well just give him some. Dude, that house was fucked. The worst part was when the exterminator showed up. The fucking exterminator shows up to clear the house out because his mom was getting ready to come home. We had like a month to fix the house, which was not enough time, but somehow we got it done with like 15 people. But the exterminator came in to clear the shit out because, I mean, like, you could sit in the house when you were sober and hear like all these mice going crazy through the ducts.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. This place was bad, but we were also drunk. We didn't care. It's when you sobered up, you're like, oh, fuck, why am I here? You know? The exterminator came in, fogged the fuck out of the house. Okay, and like he tarped the whole house and everything and just did the whole deal. Comes in, starts cleaning out all the air ducts. But when he first opened the downstairs garage, it was one of those dual swinging barn door kind of things. He opens it up. OG walked the fuck out the house and left and went down to the creek. He was like, I've never fucking seen that. Like, he was like, what the hell was that a rat? And they were like, well, kind of. Yeah, it's like the Terminator, really. Like, nothing could kill it. Like, we tried everything. Fuck.
God damn.
Was a homeless man.
Fucker just wouldn't die.
Dude. Yeah, those are the party days.
Oh, it's like the possum that get out here. I'll shoot him with my 9mm.
Dude.
I'll pop one or I'll get like 1 or 2, sometimes maybe even 3 shots in the thing, and at least 1 shot getting him right in the head. I go to grab a bag to put him in. Fucker's gone. It's like,
Oh, shit.
He was probably eaten by the other possums.
Shit, I had to beat one to death with a 24-ounce carpenter hammer.
oh, shit.
I was not happy about that one at all. The fucker tried to bite me.
Sounds a little messy.
Okay. We had this like large dog house with a heater on the floor, but we had an indoor cat that was becoming a real bastard, so we put him outside, but we at least wanted him, have shelter and shit during the winter. Well, this fucking possum comes in and takes over this fucking house, and of course it's meant for like a fucking Labrador, so it's a fucking big ass dog house. So it's like you could fit an adult in this thing. So of course trying to climb in, this thing's sitting right at the edge of the stairs, so you got to climb up the wall of the stairs and do it. And you don't want to do that with an angry possum stuck in the back corner enjoying the heater. So,
Shit.
yeah, so you got to reach in there. And I'm like, my fucking carpenter hammer was like this fucking long, man. So I grab the hammer and I just kind of pin him and I grab his tail and I drag him out of the fucking doghouse and I throw him and he charges me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I kicked the motherfucker right in the face. I was just like, get the fuck out of here. And I just rolled him by halfway across my backyard and he stops and he starts like fucking crazy and charges me again. And so I kicked him again. I'm like, that's this shit one more time. We're going to put the kids in the house. I'm going to kill this sumbitch. And my wife's like, oh, don't kill it. Don't kill it. It hisses and starts running. She goes, kids, get in the house. Dude, I beat this